fucking right.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. Today is Sunday, April 8th, 2018, and this is episode number 58. Tonight's episode is a free-for-all, and I'm joined by SaltySam, SpeedDemon, and MrFortyTwo. If you guys want to help support the show, ask a question, ask for advice, or give us any kind of feedback at all, you are more than welcome to review the podcast on iTunes. Shoot me an email at crocs@knackers.com with whatever the fuck you feel like. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the room, introduce you to them. They'll give you a little bit about themselves, their social media, all that good shit, and we'll get on with the show. So Mr. Sam, what up with you?
Hello, everybody. My name is the SaltySam on Twitch and Twitter. Salty all day on Instagram, and that's it. I don't use anything else.
It's not that like you're not on that Vero shit, no?
Definitely not. Anybody who is, I feel bad for your ass.
I've never seen a social network grow and die so quickly.
That's just how shit is nowadays.
Right.
It's like the new thing. Everything will be dead in fucking 6 months.
I feel like the growing, it was like everybody rallied up in the streets for Vero. It was like this huge positive experience. Everybody's finding out about this new platform, and then somebody farted. And then just one by one, people started just breaking away. Just, and then everybody just ran for their fucking lives, and Vero was never heard about again.
Well, didn't they not have any updates or anything that changed or added anything new to it?
I haven't given it any second thought. I don't
even know what it was.
It was a social network that was free to join at first. All of your posts, like your news feed, was given to you in chronological order without ads. And there was a couple other things that made it appealing, but the cons were you had to pay for it eventually. You also, any content you posted, Vero had the rights for. So if you uploaded an art, video, a song, anything, they had the rights to use it and also sell it for advertising purposes and stuff like that.
Oh,
that's a terrible model for a company.
Yeah. So again, just a hint to everybody.
Sell your soul so you don't have to watch a 3-second ad before a fucking embedded video clip.
Right. That, and nothing is ever free. If you're using a product that's free, you are the fucking product. You are the moneymaker, whether you like it or not. Think Twitter, Instagram, any of these social media networks that are free to use, just know that anything you upload is no longer yours and can be held against you in a court of law. So be careful.
Yep.
All right. My name's SpeedDemon. You can find me on... I was talking salty. My name is SpeedDemon. You can find me on Twitter at SpeedDemon2533. And that's really it for me.
I'm MrFortyTwo, and I'm on Instagram and Twitch at MrFortyTwo, and also on Twitter at MrFortyTwoTV.
Hello, my name is Knackers. You guys can find me on this very channel or on Twitter and Instagram at Knackers with 3 A's. So what are we drinking tonight?
Well, I've been drinking since like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I couldn't tell.
Like, I'm just really fucking like zonked out at this point. I had like, there's a little brewery about 30 minutes northeast of here in Calvert County, and they have this fucking amazing blonde beer. I don't even remember what the fucking name of it was. It was on draft. Married one. But I had like 5 of those at the bar, and then came home, and then people came from the bar and hung out for a little while, and I had like 3 Line and Kugel summer shandies after that. I'm just gonna, since we've already been to the top, I'm just gonna work my way back down the list with a couple of fucking Southern Maryland 10-ounce Bud Lights.
I had some summer shandies on draft last night, and they were fantastic. I fucking love me some summer shandy.
That's it for me. That, and I just chugged a cup of coffee there at the beginning.
Oh, I just realized that you had coffee and you are just going right back to the alcohol.
Yeah, the coffee to wake me up, the alcohol to bring me back down. Just keep working it. Gotta keep working it.
I'm drinking sweet tea like always. Not
Good
doing
man.
anything different, just sticking to that.
Sticking to your guns. No pun intended.
Nice.
I've got a Big Rock Brewery, which is a local brewery. It's called a Kristallweisen, but it's just a blonde beer. I don't know why it's got such a fancy name.
Is it
delicious,
pretty
though.
average? Oh, it is delicious. I was going to say, does it have a quite average taste?
No, it's actually the first time I've had it, and I'm very impressed with it. I have to keep myself from destroying them all before the show.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you know beer is good, is when it just goes down like water.
Mhm.
I am drinking a Rolling Rock. Have you guys ever had this?
Yeah, I like rolling that.
It's listed as a pale ale and extra pale, but it's really not. It's the most opposite of pale. It's a Pilsner, and it's very light, very watery, and it's good if you want to drink a lot of beer but not really get drunk.
Right. That's a college beer too.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
Hell
a
yeah.
Pong beer.
Yeah. See,
Got like 2% alcohol.
right. I started out with, I think Coors Light was the first beer that I started drinking a lot of. Because, like, you start drinking and you're just drinking a bunch of different beers, trying out all different kinds. And then you find your beer, your cheap piss beer that you know you can drink a lot of, not black out, use it to play games. It was Coors Light, and then it was Miller Lite, and then it was Rolling Rock. And then I moved to PBR, and I kind of alternate between PBR and Rolling Rock. PBR can still get me a little buzzed after like 4 of them, but for some reason these Rolling Rocks, they just don't hype me up enough, and that's probably a good idea for the podcast.
I mean, I was on a way shittier level when I started drinking.
Like
I was
piss
also
beer
making,
shit.
Yeah, I drank fucking Natty Light.
Oh my god, dude!
Not Bohemian. Just
Yeah,
fucking natural light. The
think-
shittiest fucking beer on the face of the earth.
I think Weenie used to get shit faced on that too. It's either Natty Light or Natty Ice. It's one of the two.
I would I even still, when I was drinking better beers, like better name brand beers, I was drinking fucking I'd stop and get a 22 of fucking Natty Ice, pound that first, and then you're pretty much drunk already. So you just keep going.
Do you ever what about like Milwaukee's Best,
No.
King Cobra?
I've drank King Cobra. It's terrible shit.
What about
What's
were
that
you
other
ever
one that sounds like a floor cleaner? Old something. Like only comes in 40s.
I don't know. There
Steel
liquor-
Reserve. You ever drink Steel Reserve?
No.
Don't do it.
Terrible.
It's the worst beer I've ever had in my entire life. Well, I don't even know if it qualifies as beer. It's like malt liquor. It's fucking shitty garbage.
As soon as you say malt liquor to me, it's just absolute. This no, thank you. Okay, maybe this is just me. Sometimes when I go to the liquor store, I'm going down the aisle. You pass up all the craft, you pass up the sours, and then you end up at the 40 refrigerator where it's all this 40s. Sometimes I just grab a 40 of something like Miller or PBR or something. But like halfway through it, the beer is warm. My stomach wants to kill me. It's like it's a good idea. No, it's not even a good idea. I don't even know what it's like an infatuation.
When I first moved out on my own, I was only 20, so I couldn't buy booze legally. So
but you did.
Fucking 22s, because in Maryland, for anybody who's never been here, it's not like most states where you can go to like 7-Eleven and buy beer or like anywhere and buy beer. In Maryland, you have to go to a liquor store to buy booze, any kind of booze. Some grocery stores, like locally owned shit, they'll have like an integrated liquor store in the grocery store, but you have to check out at that register and all that stupid shit.
Oh.
So I worked at a grocery store, and there were liquor stores like every 20 feet where I live. So I'd have people, unmentioned people, stop by and grab me like 24-ounce cans
Yeah.
because it was easily concealed.
The liquor store by Weenie's place in North Carolina, it was liquor on one side and beer on the other side, and you couldn't check out both items at one register. You had to buy one, check out.
That's how Virginia is.
Drop it off in your car, then go
you have to
back in.
You have to buy liquor from an ABC store in Virginia. So like you can buy beer anywhere. You can buy beer at fucking Walmart, or 7-Eleven has like its own. The Sheets across the bridge in Virginia, they have a beer cave inside the Sheets.
Yeah.
So like you just go into a walk-in cooler that's just filled to the brim with booze, and you can buy beer and wine like that. But all liquor has to go through the state.
Speed, you ever been to a drive-through liquor store?
No.
Ohio, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you ever seen one or been to them, 42?
No, we're not even allowed to fucking buy booze in our Walmarts.
That's bullshit. That's right. You got the
Wait
fucking
till you come here and
Lickbo.
you fucking see how stupid it is to get liquor here.
It's just as stupid on the east side, because I remember the first time we went to Windsor, which is a very popular stomping ground if you're underage and live in Michigan. You just hop over the border and go fucking drink. We're like, where the fuck do we buy alcohol? It's 11 p.m. on a Monday, and you're not getting alcohol if it's that late. But yeah, it's like most of the time you drive in. You know how a regular liquor store refrigerator door is usually like a couple feet taller than you are? Well, these motherfuckers have giant glass doors that are like 2 stories high and ladders that they roll around to climb up to grab shit. You pull up
like a fucking library.
Yeah, exactly. The Candyman can. So those are pretty dope. I don't think we have one around me, but actually the last time me and Weenie went to Ohio, there's a very popular pizza place called Beer Barrel Pizza, and it's a restaurant. It's a pizza restaurant, but they also have a drive-through cooler where if you call and order pizza, you can drive through their drive-through cooler, pick up your pizza, and pick up booze at the same time. And also they have dog treats in case you have a dog in the car. Highly recommended.
Fucking the town my aunt and uncle live, Springfield, Ohio. This guy bought an old like Jiffy Lube and sealed the floor where like the mechanics work, and you just drive straight through like a garage bay. Yeah. And they load it in your car and fucking everything.
Dude, that's how you do it.
Damn it. I'm glad I don't have that shit though, because I don't need to drink that much.
Right. I feel like that'd be so dangerous.
Yeah, I'm already drunk. I can't get out of the car. So could you just load the 18 pack in the front seat and put the 30 in the back?
Jiggle the handle. Gotta jiggle it. Alcohol. What have we been up to? Is that what we're doing?
Sure.
Alcohol.
Let's go with it.
So I have been doing a whole lot of shit because everybody in my house got sick. My son had an ear infection, and he also had a cold. Like, he got a cold, and that made him have an ear infection. So that was like the last week of my life. So I haven't done shit because every day I have off, I've pretty much has been spent with him until this week. And then the only thing I did get accomplished was I started playing around with servers again. So I had got a VDS, and I've been testing. It's been so long since I've worked on any type of server, like dedicated server, much less a virtual one where it's managed. So without being able to see all of the actual system stats, like the resource monitor and all that shit, to see what the average usage is. Right now, it's running 3 servers that are live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without a fucking problem.
Okay.
One of those is 7 Days to Die, which is normally pretty decent size load just because of how big the map is. But
so you do or don't have remote access to that machine?
I have remote access to each server, but I don't have like remote desktop.
Okay, got it.
So like it's all FTP, and their built-in server controls for the VDS, which doesn't really amount to shit. But it's so much easier because I did not want to have to relearn how to fucking do Steam command line interface shit and making new batch files and all that other dumb shit. I like being able to FTP the files, change the shit I need to change, and just go with it. And we're using NFO servers out of Chicago, and they're like the best customer service on the face of the fucking earth. Any company I've ever dealt with ever. They fucking email you back in like 4 minutes every time you have a question. Even if it's just a general question. Like the other day, I asked if they were planning on hosting any Eco servers. The guy fucking emailed me back before I like put my phone away. So
yeah, I second that. If there's anybody out there who's looking for any type of server hosting, Nuclear Fallout, NFO is the best of the best, hands down.
Yeah, and servers I'd never fucked with even before. We have Killing Floor, 7 Days to Die, and Insurgency co-op, which is fun as fuck. I never really gave a fuck about playing Insurgency, and playing it 8-person co-op is fucking amazing. It's just your team versus bots, and then there's different modes you can do. Right now we have it in a checkpoint rotation, so it's like you take an objective and then you either hold that objective or move on to the next one, and there's like 6 or 7 objectives you have to take over the course, and every objective is another wave of bots. So.
Day of Infamy had a mode like that, and that was actually super fucking fun. And I think their co-op went up to 16 people.
Well,
but it was hard as fuck.
I think you can change. It just depends on whatever slots the servers are set at, which when you have a VDS, it's literally as easy as just saying, hey, I want this to be 30 slots or whatever. But, I mean, I don't really ever see, because it's not a game that a lot of people still play, most of the traffic on our server is either people we know directly connecting to it, or like people seeing there's 4 or 5 people in a server and joining on it.
Right.
So, but it's been fun. Still working on side project stuff, like I mentioned last time. Hopefully pretty soon the specifics of that side project will be able to be talked about in more length. But I finally, like, I'm done cutting up trees. For fuck's sake. Like, all the it's fucking insane, dude. I have probably 3 cords of fucking wood stacked in the back of my house, and I don't really know what the fuck I'm going to do with most of it's garbage, like fucking pine, shitty. You're not putting it in a fireplace kind of. I'm not going to put it in my wood stove in the shop. Not to mention, well, that's what I've been doing. I've had 3 days where I just burn shit all day long, and that was just to get the branches cleaned up. I haven't even fucked with any of the cut pine shit. I took down 3 fucking pine trees.
Did you get any more dangerous flame sizes?
Well, I'll tell you this. I started up a fire by accident the other day. I burned a bonfire the day before, and I just let it burn out overnight. And I came out the next day, and I was like, I'm going to start making another stack of fucking branches on here. I can't light it because it's windy as fuck outside. And then it just lit off from the coals. Like, it just fucking, the wind like blew the coals hot.
Oh my
God. It
God.
just lit the fuck off. It's like 20 mile an hour sustained winds. And I have to just sit there and wait till this shit burns out, or it burns the whole fucking forest down. So that was fun. But planning on, hopefully this week I can get it done. Because it's not supposed to have another 8 inches of fucking snow out of nowhere like last fucking week.
Yep. We got snow again yesterday too. It's already melted, but we got it.
That's bullshit. It's fucking April. It's time to be warm. It was 80 degrees 3 weeks ago, and now it's 40 outside. This is fucking stupid.
It's been fluctuating from like 70 to 30 to 70 these past week or two.
Yeah, and I think this next week it's supposed to be like in the 50s all week. It's not supposed to get higher than 50s. So
about the same for us. We're looking at it next week is 40s, 50s, and 60s with both rain and snow.
Yeah.
All in the same fucking week.
That's fucking stupid. So, but I got to get my stepdad has one of those huge ass fucking rear tine tillers that most people would have for like a giant garden.
Yeah.
I don't even really know why he has it because he doesn't have a garden. I think somebody was like throwing it out because they thought it was broken and he just fixed it. It's like a fucking $800 tiller.
Damn.
So they were like, I'm going to throw it away. And he just fixed it. And now he's got a free tiller. So
nice.
It's kind of the same way I got a pressure washer and my old lawnmower. He would just find shit and fix it and put like fucking $3 in fucking parts in 10 minutes and it's back on the fucking running like a top.
That's the best way to do shit.
The weather is from here. It ranges from 81 degrees to 35 this week.
That's crazy, especially for the South.
Just fuck everybody's shit up.
You
don't know what to wear when you leave the house.
Mm-hmm. It's like 40 something in the morning, and by the end of the day, like lunch, it's like 82, 85 degrees.
Oh,
and it just cools off again.
It'll bring like 3 changes of clothes to work with you.
Yeah. Right. Especially in one extra if you sweat your second set out.
Fucking stupid.
Crazy.
So, once I get that done, then I'm going to be building. I'm going to flatten out the backyard from where all those trees were, fill everything up, plant grass. The next big project is still building my son a new playground thing.
Have enough wood, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm
now
not
you
using
do.
my shit. I'm just
trees
gonna buy a kit. Like I don't have the time to design and build all this shit.
But
Especially
if you
if
build it'll feel better.
I'm still gonna have to put it together, and that's gonna take like 8 hours in itself.
You think it's gonna be just as easy to put together? You can make it. You can do it.
No, fuck that. It took me 64 hours to build that one fucking base cabinet. Cutting and designing and blah blah, and that didn't count the like 20 hours I spent in SketchUp figuring out all the fucking dimensions and shit prior to.
Oh my god!
Like a old playset. I mean, just a few A-frames and.
Fuck that. I'll buy that shit. It's gonna cost the same amount of money and take me like one day. Here's the thing. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and if I was building like a fucking treehouse or like, you know, something that he's gonna use for a long time, then I would do that. But he's gonna grow out of this swing set in like 3 years, and or not give a fuck about playing on it in 3 years.
Or like the first week, after the first week.
It's like all those fucking morons that go out and buy their fucking like infant child Jordans.
Right.
He's growing out of those bitches before you even leave the hospital, man. Like, shut the fuck up with this shit.
Or you'll get lucky and he'll turn into a pyro like you and he'll just set that shit on fire.
That's fucking. He better not. I'll fucking kill him. just because it's fucking easier doesn't mean it's any cheaper. It's still gonna cost like $1,000, and that's for a shitty one.
Right.
Like if you go to any of the places that sell like sheds and all that shit, if you go to buy a playset that's, let's just say for up to like 8 or 9 year olds, it's gonna cost you like $3,000.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're
Jesus.
Yeah, like you remember seeing those like pirate ship ones on the side of the road? You'd be like, "Well, mommy, I want one of those."
Yeah.
Those are like $10,000.
Oh my god.
Nutty.
I could build a fucking house for as much as this bullshit costs.
Same with fucking trampolines these days. I don't know what it is with trampolines, but apparently they're making out of something you can't even mine on this earth anymore because they're fucking expensive.
Fucking rhino horns or some shit.
Yeah.
I just
if you want to feel old, get on a trampoline and start jumping. Like when I was little, I would spend all day jumping on my trampoline, and now, like a few weeks ago, I had just decided to go and jump on the neighbor's trampoline, and I got tired within like 2 minutes of doing it. So it's bad.
Holy long link. Whoops. Sorry, chat. Check out that $27,000 pirate ship playscape. I just picture fucking
cool.
42 in his window, the Homer Simpson meme of him looking at all of his neighbors with trampolines.
Dude, there's actually a ton of them around here.
Is there really?
Yeah, because I live in like the suburbs of my city, so everybody's got a fucking trampoline.
Yeah. I mean, everybody around here does too, because trampolines are fun as fuck when you're a kid.
Because Tramp Town.
It's Tramp Town, son. Fucking, I had one the entire time I was growing up. It was the coolest fucking thing ever. I use that thing every day of my life during the summertime.
My only weekly experience with trampolines is when me and Weenie watch YouTube fail compilation videos. There is at least one trampoline fuck up in every single video.
Well, and back when I was a kid, there wasn't no fucking walls and stupid foam shit all around that fucking
Safety
trampoline.
nets.
If you fucking ate shit, you ate shit like a fucking man.
Yeah.
I got thrown off a couple times.
Me too.
My
Everybody
favorite.
did. Got your fucking legs stuck in the springs, fucking pinched the shit out of your thighs.
Ripping leg hairs out.
Fucking suck balls. Yeah, plus it was just like fucking, that was like WCW, WWF time. So it's just like fucking, you were wrestling on that shit. We had a shitty like Walmart basketball hoop set up next to it that you could shoot baskets into and then fall off the fucking side.
Pool.
Oh, I wish I had a pool. That wouldn't happen. My backyard at my mom's house is literally just like a fucking mountainside slope off the back. Costs like $100,000 just to fucking build a pool there.
Oh my god. Well, you probably didn't play any video games, did you, Salty?
I've been playing. I've been getting on late at night, like late. I think last night I got on at 9:30 and stayed up until 2:00 in the morning. So like, I don't know why I've been doing that, but I just fucking do. Like now that my son's getting better, he's sleeping at night, so I don't have to go to sleep at 8:30 and hope to Christ I can get an hour of sleep before he wakes up.
Oh.
Because that's just the way it is. Like, if he has a fucking ear infection, he's gonna wake up like every fucking hour all night long.
Right.
And then not take a nap either. Just be an ass. Because that's pretty much how kids are. So
right. Oh.
I
feel for you.
I've been playing 7 Days to Die here and there. I've been playing a lot of Insurgency, and then I actually played Fortnite for the first time in a while last night with Vans. I am shitty as fuck now.
I'm also quite shit.
If you play any other games, Fortnite has such a weird inventory structure, and
yep.
I just don't have. I've never bound anything to my mouse. I do everything with the keyboard, and I just forgot everything.
Yeah,
namely because 7 Days to Die's shit is just as stupid as that game.
Were you around in chat at all when Elizabeth was talking about the 7 Days to Die challenge they won?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a hardcore server?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way in hell I could do that.
No?
No, it takes I'd have to go back to like my ARC days or my old 7 Days to Die days when I was like stacking 100 hours a week on that game. Like,
did you see that they won? They won the fucking challenge? Like, holy fuck!
What did you have to do? Just live? Like, what was the rule?
It was like the first person to get to end game.
Yeah.
Like to level their fucking shit all the way up.
But they said it was they had to do a serious amount of grinding in
Wasn't
order
it like
to
$500 or something though?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
Was it worth it though?
I mean, if you're gonna play the game anyway.
Right, yeah.
I'm not one of those people who play the same game though for like 500 hours at once or something. I gotta break it up and play different games.
That's what I did with Rocket League when it first came out for PC.
Just no life in it. I have stream highlights of me and Salty playing fucking Rocket League, and we were terrible. Oh,
I'm still that terrible, but I'm still just 100% trash.
Oh,
like,
man.
But that was back when I was streaming too, so it was fucking.
Everybody used the Merc van.
Well, it's just like I could get on, and that was the one game I could get on and play every fucking day, even if like I was just warming up, because you know how it gets. It's like cable TV. I have 100 fucking games. I don't want to play any of them.
Right.
About the time you had your kid too, right? Or a little bit after. So it was like easy to play and then get off if something happened. I think that was one of the reasons you listed.
Yeah. 5 minutes at a time, baby.
Yep. Same thing with like all ARC and all that other shit. It's just 7 days is pretty much same too. If you're on the right server, like our server is private, so you can't join it unless you have a password, and that keeps all the fucking griefers off of your ass. because of course I forgot all that, even though I hosted a 7-day server for like a fucking year and a half
Right.
before. I forgot all that shit, and I put the server up and I log in and I fucking play for like 10 hours and I come back and all my shit is gone. Somebody broke into my fucking shit and stole everything. And the person that did it was on the server at the time. And they were just being really like wise assy in the fucking side chat. Cause I was like, who's the fucking cunt that would come onto a fresh server on day 2 and steal somebody's shit? And they were just being like cunty in chat. So I just fucking shit canned them and then made the server private.
Wow, you gotta have some balls. Almost respectable.
Fucking, if it was a PvP server, I'd be fine with that, but it's not. And it was fucking day 2. Like, everybody has nothing, and you take what little I have.
Somebody's got a bot set up to alert them when new 7 Days to Die servers go online.
Just fucking stupid.
I played that for like 2 hours the other day, and I spent half of that digging for a treasure and didn't find it. A horde of zombies ended up coming in the hole and raping my ass. I can never get this.
It is a lot different of a game from when I played it last time. It is much more difficult to progress by yourself.
Right.
Like when I played that and I built all this fucking ridiculous ass structures and shit and the giant like 20-story dick butt, that game was fucking easy in comparison to what it is now.
Well,
you didn't have to hardly learn anything.
I was on the roof of a gas station at night, and I was like, I'm safe. Nothing's going to get me. Fucking vulture comes out of nowhere and just like 2 hits me and kills me.
They changed everything. The
Damn.
fucking wolves look like fucking buses coming at you now. They're fucking giant mutant fucking things. But we were playing last night, and me and Vance were just like running through the forest, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that a fucking dog? Wolf? Monster? And we both just like in game and like in our heads, we both just looked at each other and we're just like, nope, and just turned around and went to go.
See ya.
I ain't fucking with you. That's it. That's all my gaming and life stories.
Like usual work. Lately I've been learning to like spray bed liner, so it's fun and something new. So that's really it for
bed
work.
liner type thing.
Yeah.
That shit's cool. Those fucking big ass texture guns.
You got to find something fun to paint, like a dildo. Make that shit rock hard.
You don't want to do that. That'd fucking hurt. Have you not ever felt like the texture on a sprayed bed?
No, I mean not for use, just for like decoration.
Okay.
Spray liner dildo,
Just for
bro.
punishment.
Well,
When somebody
exactly.
fucks up on a paint job.
I spray lined one of my like old shirts. Like I put it around like one of these little mannequins like you can get at a store, and I did a bit like a thin layer of bed liner on it. Shot it with my AR and my 45, and none of the bullets went through. So I mean that was like a little interesting thing I did.
Yeah.
Why do you have a mannequin?
I think. Look, it's nothing like that.
I want you to answer this question in a timely manner, Speed.
Target practice.
Look, okay, I'm trying to do this without feeling weird.
What?
When I was in college, I did first aid, and I went through a bunch of stuff of that. And we had to, for some reason, they said you had to buy like a CPR mannequin, and I just put my shirt over there, and it's that because I had it, and I wasn't gonna use it again, so I sprayed the shirt so it wouldn't be flat, and it'd be like you were wearing it, and that's where I used the mannequin from. Nothing like you're thinking.
So it's
just
like a torso mannequin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just the torso.
Doesn't
not
have
the
holes.
rear end, nothing like that.
Okay. I mean, you're obviously trying to give it holes.
You know the CPR. You know the CPR mannequins have like a.
Yeah. Oh,
mouth,
that's right. Yeah.
I don't use it like that.
Resuscitation.
Look, it was on sale.
Okay. So you bought this from them, or you had to like go on eBay and buy a used mannequin with an open mouth?
The store, like the college store, had a bunch that you would buy because they do that every year. So you buy it from the store.
Did you
Seems
sanitize
shitty
it?
for them to make you fucking buy that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They can have their own, but no, you had to practice at home.
In 20 and 20, 20 and 2, whatever it is.
The C in CPR is for cock.
Wait, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Wait, why can't this person breathe? Your dick's in its mouth,
Oh,
Speed. She's not breathing.
We try to clear airway.
There's something lodged in her throat. Let me get.
Remove the obstruction.
At least, hey, there's a good excuse if your mom ever walks in on you on either your mannequin and or girlfriend giving you a blowjob. Like, she's choking. Like, what do you want me to
clear
do?
her airway.
All right, what games have been playing, man?
Recently got Supreme Commander Forge Alliance. That's a old RTS game. One of my friends was playing it, so I decided to get it. It was for like $15. It wasn't too expensive, and I suck at it really bad.
That's when games are fun.
I'm pretty terrible at RTS games in general too.
The fact that I play like Total War a lot, and it's more of a slower pace because you're not like you're able to pause or you have a turn that you can take your time and do certain things. And this, it's real time. The AI are working as fast as you are, and like I was playing, and there's different tiers. There's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then there's like an experimental tier where you can have like mechs and stuff to fight the other enemy. And I was still tier 1, and I didn't know the game progressed as fast as it did. So like everybody had like mechs and shit, and I had like little drones driving around, and I'm still learning stuff. Other than the Supreme Commander, I played Escape from Tarkov last night. Been enjoying that lately. Did probably about 12 runs and didn't die, so that was pretty good. I only died.
Did they
because
put the
my
new
friend-
update out yet?
The update hasn't come out yet. There's a lot of people are waiting for that. It's about time for a wipe anyways, because we're all running around with like full stack armor and Kevlar helmets and everything. So
Oh, that's right, because that shit never goes away.
well, if you put it in your stash, it doesn't go away. But if
Right.
you die with it, of course, it's gone for someone else
Okay.
to grab. And had a good playthrough of that. Did like I said, did 12 runs without dying. Play a little bit of 7 Days to Die, and that's really it for me.
Have you? I can't remember if this is you or not. Played the new Warhammer game at all? Vermintide.
no.
Do you have any interest in it?
I don't really like the wave thing, like where you defend off waves. I think that's what it's about. I think that's what someone said is like a wave-based game, and that doesn't really interest me too much.
Okay. Thus far. All
That's
right.
it for me.
What you 42?
I mean, since I've last been on here, I got a list.
You do have a fucking list. Yeah, it's been more. What, a month and a half?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. All right.
So reason why I missed the last couple episodes of the podcast were just basically from vacation. First thing I went on was I went on a snowboard trip. I think I'd kind of talked about it before I left. But we did a big snowboard trip that we do every single year. Go out to different ski resort in the mountains somewhere and just pick a place and go snowboarding for a few days. So this year we picked Golden in British Columbia.
Yeah.
Went to the Kicking Horse ski resort, and it was actually pretty damn good time. We had some good new snow show up, which when we go on our ski trips, we never get new snow. We always just get whatever they had, which never ends up being good for snowboarding.
Do they ever have to create their own snow where you go? No.
Especially this time of year, like maybe later in the year, but that's usually like the big resorts that need to stay open longer to make enough money to stay open. But not these smaller ones. Like the resort that we went to, there was a couple lifts where it's like a 2-seater chair going up, so they're like super small and rickety. They're kind of sketchy.
Oh
But
God.
Yeah, you get on and like when it circles around and picks you up, you just like the person has to like grab it and hold on to it so it doesn't hit you too fast. And then so when you sit down onto it, it starts taking you up. The thing's just like,
whoa.
just like, okay, we'll get there. So we did that. Brought my GoPro out there, and I actually did make a video of all the footage that I took from my GoPro that I've been meaning to put the link out for, but I keep putting off getting the small stuff done on the video. So I got a link I can put up later on somewhere. I will do that.
Yeah.
Second trip we did was me and a couple friends actually went down to San Jose and Los Angeles, and we basically just did like a big sports trip. So we went and saw our home team for the NHL, the Calgary Flames. They were playing in California when we went down there, which is actually kind of the main reason we went down there. For some reason, a lot of the people in our city seem to think that the Flames are gonna sell and move somewhere because the city doesn't want to buy a new stadium for us. But the team, the NHL Flames, they don't want to pay for a new stadium either. So everyone's like in this big deadlock and nobody wants to pay for it. And I personally, I'm actually pretty happy that our city's not paying for it because it's going to just be tax dollars that we're going to have to pay for. So I'm okay with it. But now everybody's paranoid that the team's actually going to move out of the city and go somewhere else. So that was actually the main reason why we went on this trip, is because the two friends that I went with, they've never been away fans for our home team. It's like on their bucket list to be an away team or away fan. So they were like, well, where can we go that's nice and hot that Flames are going to be playing in? And they chose California.
And that people aren't going to kill you, like Philly.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. Just, oh my God.
So because I'm a San Jose Sharks fan, they actually asked me to go down with them so I could be a home fan at a San Jose Sharks game. So we went and did that, and then we went and saw the Flames versus the Kings, the LA Kings. And we did a bunch of golfing. On there was one course we went to that was like on the coast of California, and it was super fucking nice. It was the best golf course I've ever been to. And it was funny because we were all walking around in shorts and t-shirts, and everybody else that was golfing there was like old people, and they were all wearing like pants and jackets and everything.
Smoking big ass fucking stogies and shit.
Yeah. And they're like, aren't you guys cold? It's like, no, we're from Canada. Like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's skin
fucking
weather.
70
What was
degrees
the
out
weather?
here.
Was it actually 70 in there?
It was I don't know what the conversion is, but it was like 20 plus Celsius, which is 68.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's
Wearing a
shorts and
jacket.
t-shirts.
I don't know why everybody. Well, it was super windy too. I don't know if that probably didn't help, but the golfing was good. I lost a lot of fucking balls. That's for sure.
Hey, 42 losing his balls on vacation. Hey, whoa.
No surprise.
The accountant strikes again.
We and it was actually one of the. So my friends have this thing where every time they go to a hockey game, they say that no matter what game you go to, there's always a Toronto Maple Leafs fan just being a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. So there's always like, and no, it doesn't matter what game you go to, even if the Leafs aren't playing, there's always someone there wearing a Maple Leafs jersey. And I was like, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then of course we go to the San Jose game and we fucking spot a guy all the way across in a fucking Leafs jersey sitting there, and we were just like, oh my God. We did a bet. We did a bet, and we were like, it was like, if anyone finds a Leafs fan wearing a Leafs jersey, it's $50. We all pitch in $50 because it doesn't always happen, but it pretty much always happens.
Right.
So
Somebody got that money?
Somebody got the money.
Wow.
And it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. But so we ended up going to talk to the guy, and he ended up being an Australian guy that's actually from Vancouver, but he was there wearing a Leafs jersey. And it was one of those things where it's like, well, I didn't have any other jerseys to wear. I didn't want to show up wearing a regular t-shirt, so I wore a Leafs jersey. It's like, what the fuck? It's the Flames versus the Sharks.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a Leafs jersey?
And why do you have? Oh, I guess if you're from Vancouver, but if you're living, was he living in the States or was he was traveling?
I think he was living. I think he lives in Vancouver.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know where the fuck the Leafs jersey came into play. But anyway, so we went around the concourse and found him during one of the intermissions just to be like, hey, we found the fucking one Leafs fan and it's you. How does it feel? And we told him about the joke and everything. And we ended up going out and partying with him and a bunch of his friends.
What?
And
That's random.
Yeah, it was very random. And there was one, like, we went out and went to a few bars with them that they knew about, because he knew a bunch of these guys that lived in San Jose. And it was funny because, like, for the longest time I've been wanting to go to San Jose to go to a Sharks game. And after we went out with these guys, they all worked for, because it's like they're like in the Silicon Valley, right? So like all the guys in that group all worked for tech companies. So they were just like rich snob nosed guys. They were just like, I drink fine wine and blah blah blah. That's what I got out of them. By
That's
the
the
time night
vibe you
was
got.
over. The one guy was paying fucking $3,600 a month for his apartment
Gross.
in downtown San Jose. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And we were like, how do you afford that? And he's like, work for Apple, man. It's like,
fair,
okay.
fair enough.
Fair enough. But yeah, so we went and partied with them and everything. And there was one point where I was fucking hammered at the one guy's place. The two guys lived in this one apartment complex, and I remember we were up in his place, and I walked out onto his balcony, and like he had a balcony that was like overlooking one of like the main strips of downtown and whatnot. And I was just hammered, and I remember just standing there being like, how the fuck did I get here? Like, I just met a random person at a fucking hockey game, and I'm downtown San Jose in this person's house on their balcony. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was still
awesome,
really
right?
Yeah, it was still a really fun time. And he showed us this one card game, and I don't know if I was just really drunk, and I tried to like play it off like I wasn't that drunk. I couldn't understand it at all. Like the way they were like putting the cards out, and they were just like, "Oh, this is that," and they're like, they gave me a hand, and I was like, putting cards on. I'm like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "I don't fucking."
Was
know.
it fucking euchre?
Oh, I don't remember the name of it.
You don't even remember the name of the game?
No, because I didn't pay that much attention after he started explaining the rules, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid. I can't calculate this right now."
Did you hear the word Trump at all during the game?
No, I think he said it was like a form of that game Greed, I think is what it's called. Greed or bullshit.
Oh, I like bullshit. Bullshit's a fun game.
I think it was like a form of bullshit is what I remember him saying.
Okay.
But the rules behind it were so stupid. Like there was certain cards that were wild cards, and I was like, I'm not gonna fucking deal with this. I just want to drink.
Bullshit's like a bluffing. It's like a bluffing game.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact rules, but you're supposed to make it seem like you have a certain hand. It's like the simplest form of poker in the means where like bluffing is the entire game, not so much what is actually. See, I'm probably talking out of my ass right now because I don't know how to play poker either.
The main reason why I got frustrated and like gave up on trying to learn the game was because the way that he explained the rules, like somebody plays some cards and then you have to basically bullshit that you have a certain number of a certain card. Like you have like 3 6s.
Yeah. So if they say they have like 2 2s, you would say you have 3 3s, or you say you have.
And like when
whatever.
my friends explained to me the game the next morning because they played it and they were like, yeah, it makes sense to me. And when they explained it to me the next day, I remember like it did make sense. But at the time, I was like, I can't poker face this shit right now. Like I can't.
I'm fucking shit faced.
42's giggly bits over there can't keep his cards.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so we did that. Did a bunch of golfing. It was a good time. We came back to a bunch more snow, so it was going from one climate to another was pretty shitty. But I was gonna comment on it when you guys were talking about the weather there. Our weather here has been. March is usually our snowiest month, which is usually the shit. Like it's good for snowboarding, but it sucks for just getting around because it's nice and warm for us, but then we just get dumps of snow. And like today was a high of 14 Fahrenheit. I think I looked it up, and then tomorrow's supposed to be like 56 or something. And
what the fuck?
And we're supposed to get another 5 to 10 centimeters of snow on Thursday. So it's just been super fucking up and down. But yeah, other than all that stuff, I finally got back in the gym, so I'm finally getting on that stuff. It's
nice.
It's been going good. I've just been kind of taking it slow for this first couple weeks that I've been getting in, but I've just the first week I went in and I was doing the friend that's going to the gym with me. He has like a workout program that he's been doing. So I've just been following him and doing the stuff he's been doing. Because he's been doing those like supersets where you do like 2 different workouts at the same time.
Yep.
Go back and forth between the 2. So it works good because then I just do one and he does the other and we just kind of swap back and forth. And he's got that program. But then like last week, I just did straight cardio like almost every single day because that's my shit. I could do cardio every day,
Yeah.
all day long.
And sometimes it's good to just take a break from weights and just fucking run sometimes.
Yeah, that's all I care about. I want to get back into playing soccer. Actually, today I went and watched my mom because my mom plays soccer. And she was playing in a tournament and she ended up getting gold. So I went there and watched her play soccer, and it got me really motivated to get back into playing again. So I'm trying to get my cardio back up to soccer playing levels.
And plus, if your goal is to lose weight before anything else, the easiest way to do that is just fucking cardio. Just cardio the shit.
Beer. Yeah.
And drink beer. Yeah.
I'm on call this week, so tonight's my last night. Well, one night of drinking. So that's it for me.
Video games?
Oh fuck! I guess I got to do that, dude. Don't I?
Yeah.
Rocket League as per usual. Hearthstone as per usual. Hearthstone's actually got a new expansion pack coming out this week. So thank God I'm on call because I'm just gonna sit the fuck at home and play that.
There you go.
I've actually been playing XCOM with Kalnohe quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen how with GeForce Experience you can screen share and like you can actually like have your friends control your game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can like the way I don't know how he does it. I haven't actually done it on my end and sent to him, but he does the thing with GeForce Experience where he sends me a link and then I can join his game and then control it. Like we both can control his game at the same time. So we'll both play XCOM at the exact same time. Like we've been just co-oping a single player campaign of XCOM.
Oh.
So like him and me will work together to like build a team. And then when we go into battle, like I'll be like, okay, I'll control these two, you control these two, and we'll just like co-op through the game. And it's actually we actually did it with Cuphead. Me and him played co-op Cuphead with that method. And the latency is actually not bad at all.
Wow.
I was actually able to play it and not have any issues with it.
Also, fuck that game. Did you like that game?
Dude, I'm sick at that game.
Really?
I'm gonna play that. I want to play that now because like we were going through levels and I was just like, this is fucking easy. I was killing bosses left, right, and center.
I feel like 42 is one of those people that's just good at fucking games.
He kicks our ass in the duck game.
Well, and that's the thing. And duck
all
game
the
is like
fucking mini games like that. He fucks us in the ass.
Platformers,
It's
dude.
terrible.
and that's the thing. It's very similar to duck game, right? You're just doing like your precision platforming and shooting and whatnot.
Yep.
So I quite enjoyed that game. At first when he invited me to play Cuphead on that, I was like, well, first of all, there's latency bullshit I got to deal with, even though it's not that bad. But I've also heard this game sucks. And after we beat a couple levels, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, the game is great, but it's just not my type of video game. I like to relax. Well, I play Rocket League, so not relax, but I like to enjoy myself. A game that pushes my buttons that much, it ain't for me.
So other than that, typical. I've been playing a lot of Civ 5 with Kalnohe and whatnot. I went back and played some Steep. That game is actually still just as good as it was when I first played it. They have some DLC stuff that I didn't really feel like paying for, but it's still a lot of fun. I still thoroughly enjoy that game. If you guys ever see it on sale and you guys enjoy snowboarding, it's super realistic. It's super fun. There's lots of fun modes. You can get a lot of really good screenshots from it that are really high quality.
Game does look really, really good.
It's a beautiful game. I did some CS:GO surfing, which I haven't done in fucking years on your server there for your community night. I remember I used to do surfing a long time ago, and I remember I was not bad at it, and I kind of got back into my groove of it playing it, but that map that you had at default set to, or the map that you had set up on, I feel like it's not that hard of a map, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, right.
I was like, man, I probably could have beat this like way back when I used to surf all the time, but
I was
not today.
watching Summit a day or so ago, and the surf map that he was doing was fucking insane. Imagine like 5 different pieces of Swiss cheese, like in a row, all at a different angle.
Yeah.
And he would go up and then navigate through all of the holes in the level and just get through just so effortlessly. I was so amazed after surfing and realizing how difficult it actually is, and then seeing somebody like Summit just maneuver these fucking levels like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
Have you even looked into trying that Rocket League? It's not Rocket League surfing, but have you seen like the Rocket League like obstacle course thing that you can
No.
do?
You're like in the air.
Yeah,
Dodging and shit.
I've seen
I love
Kronovi do it all the time. It's like surfing where there's like an obstacle course, but your goal is like you jump, you boost, and you have to maneuver your car with boost in the air to fly through these obstacles. I've seen Kronovi play it all the time.
There's a lot of training ones in the Rocket League training, custom training maps and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in there. I know the one that Kronovi was playing the one time I watched him. It's something you have to like install.
Okay.
It's like a mod you have to install, but
if you
it
look
looks fun. It looks like it'd be a good way to really train yourself to maneuver your vehicle in the air.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to give that a try.
Yeah. The only other things I've been doing, I did Dark Souls co-op with Kalnohe last night. First time I've done that, and that made that game 100 times easier. It's the only way I will play that game from now on.
I was about to say, you haven't rage quit yet.
No, we beat a couple of bosses that I was having some trouble with, so I was quite all right with that. And then in the VR world, I played a game called Gorn. If you've never seen it, you should look it up. It's super hilarious. It's like a old medieval arena combat, like when you like
Coliseum
like chivalry.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and you get like dropped into a little arena surrounded by a crowd, and you gotta like kill the opponent.
It's really grab them and rip their heads off if you want.
Yeah, dude, you can like grab your opponent. My favorite thing was I grabbed my opponent by his fucking chest, and I just sat there and like sucker punched his face until it exploded. I was having so much fun with it, and then I remember at one point I was kind of standing there and I felt like a bead of sweat starting to drip down my head. And I was like, oh, I gotta take this thing off because I've heard people getting their vibes damaged from sweating too much on it.
Really?
So, yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it easy for now.
Holy shit.
Other than that, I've been playing the shit out of Skyrim VR that released this last week. So I've been playing a shit ton of Skyrim VR, and it's by far the best game on VR that I played to date.
It released better than the Fallout 4 VR.
It's so much better. I was scared because of Fallout 4 when it released that Skyrim was going to suffer the same fate, but Skyrim's got a lot better settings that you can fool around with, and I've already added a couple mods that work beautifully, and being able to use magic in that game is so fucking cool. Like shooting lightning out of your hands.
It looks so good.
Power.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, are you able to glitch through locked doors like you could in Fallout 4
I
VR?
think somebody said that you still can, but there's not really that many scenarios where you're doing that anyway in that game.
Oh yeah, most of those are load screens anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
there's really not that many locked doors, or like you can't open up a locked chest, without actually unlocking it. So hasn't been too much in the way of bugs with it, and a lot of people have been finding a lot of weird ways to mod it and make it super tolerable. So I've been pretty happy with it. Yeah, that's it for me.
Dope. As far as myself, before this week started, it was going to be my off week because I had finished March Madness and I had a week off of work for spring break, and then I ended up just streaming every single day again. So it was like March Madness +1. Though a couple things I did do outside of gaming was my old roommate and friend Randy played a show last night. Randy. He played. It was probably anywhere in between 2 and 3 hours worth of music. They did 3 sets broken up, and between like covers, they did 311. They did Alice in Chains, did Coheed and Cambria. They played some originals from their previous bands and the band that they're in now. So got to do that. Got some new lights for the office, spent some time like removing lights, putting up new ones, doing a little bit more cable management, just kind of stuff around. A lot of like office maintenance stuff that didn't get done during March Madness. Cause like there was shit that was broken like within OBS that I didn't fix the entire month of March just because there was no time to actually sit down and fix anything.
Like fucking troubleshoot.
Right, yeah, like troubleshooting anything or fixing like commands and chatbot. There wasn't time to do any maintenance stuff. And like the mistake that a lot of new streamers make is they try and be live all the time. But what I always try and tell people is the more you're live is the less time you have to spend working on your shit off stream, which has to happen. Like you have to set time off stream to maintain OBS and chatbot and any bots that you have. So it's definitely imperative. So the time that I wasn't streaming this past week, it was like updating OBS. I didn't have sound effects on my stream deck for the entire month because Weenie let me borrow her stream deck when she wasn't streaming. But now that she's back, I gave it back to her. And thinking about resetting up the stream deck again, I just wasn't having it. So I spent time, getting the stream deck back up to snuff. And I also did a new storage server this week. So I was a naughty little pirate for the past decade and had accumulated more than 11 terabytes of media.
Stolen media.
Borrowed because I no longer have it. I wiped that server clean today and then repurposed it as a storage server. So now I have a storage server set up. So all of my VODs that get recorded to my stream PC get automatically sent to the storage server. All my gaming PC, my streaming PC, and the couch gaming PC now back up over the network to that server every night as well. So now everything is finally like backed up and nice and clean. And I've been wanting to do that for so long because I haven't touched. It was basically a Plex server was what I used it for the most, and I hadn't touched it in probably 6, 8. 12 months, something like that. Anytime we were watching something, it was either Twitch, YouTube, or we could find it on Amazon Prime Video or we don't have Netflix, but it's so much easier just to stream shit now. It's just so much easier than trying to maintain your own library of legally obtained media. But yeah, decades worth of downloading is now officially gone. And it was a little sad. It was a sad moment for me, but sometimes you just gotta let go of things you love. As far as gaming, I've been playing the fucking shit out of Skyrim. I've already put, I think, 50 hours into Skyrim since I've started playing it.
What's your favorite thing so far about that game? Or the best moment you've had so far? Something that stands
no
out?
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Without spoiling anything.
Fuss Road dicking somebody off a mountain is still, it never gets old. Just, oh yeah, you want to fuck with me? Blah! And just shooting them into the distance. I'll bait enemies into just walking to the edge of the cliff, and then I just blast them off. And
you have like the fully upgraded version?
Yeah. And then there's a part in the story where you can upgrade those shouts. Like there's like an extra 25% you can add on to 3 different shouts. The one that you get from the top of the mountain above High Hrothgard. During the main quest, you can get somebody to train you further in those, but I think that's as much as you can get out. Favorite moment, I mean, just in general, Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild. Like the Dark Brotherhood, again, my favorite quest line in the game. I didn't
think it was as good as Oblivion.
No, it wasn't.
None of the guild quest at all, I didn't think was as good as Oblivion.
I think the Thieves Guild questline was better in Skyrim than it was. The Thieves Guild questline felt like the main story to me by the end of it. And I was very, very happy with how it ended. The item that you get for completing that quest line is fucking dope. But yeah, I would say...
so you didn't do the other thing with it?
Nope, not yet. And I'm probably not going to. It's too good, man. It's too fucking good. Being like just stealing everything in that goddamn game is definitely my favorite part. Like the sneak, steal, and shoot people in the ass with arrows is definitely one of my favorites. So I'm loving that game right now. I am probably going to be playing it for another, I'd say anywhere 10 plus streams, like the next 3 weeks or so. And see, I don't even think I'm gonna have time to get to the DLC.
Why do you say that?
Because so you know the part of the story where you go back to High Hrothgard to learn a certain shout that's like sacred. I just now got to that part after 50 hours of gameplay.
Oh, you're not. I don't even think you're close to halfway then.
No, not even. I'm not even halfway.
But the DLC extends further on it, and it's just. I think you maybe should wait once you complete the main story. Keep your save, wait.
Okay.
And then jump back into it, or like on certain days that you may not have anything to play, jump back into it because the DLCs are really fun.
Okay.
The Dawn Guard DLC, the Dragonborn DLC, both are good. Yep. There's one that you can build a house. I mean, you really don't need to go through that. It's just something extra. And what else? There was another DLC. I'm skipping probably.
And the mods have brought so much life to that game. The Sky UI and world map mods are game changers, and I mean that in the most literal way possible because it is a video game. So just having those mods and having a computer that can run that game as smooth as possible on ultra 60 frames solid at all times, it's a really wonderful thing. I'm actually sort of glad that I didn't play the game stock 3 years ago. I'm actually pretty glad that I waited until now to play it. I'm just much more in a mindset to play that game compared to where I was, 3 years ago. So Skyrim's been dope. Again, still playing a lot of Rocket League. Me and Weenie started playing The Division again on Friday. Game's pretty fucking fun. It's pretty good. A lot of cool updates. Game runs really well. It's, we're doing all PvE stuff. Don't really give a shit about the PvP. It's just a nice grindy game that you can just sit back, have some drinks, and party on with. So apparently the game is still $50 on Steam. What? I got it on sale for $25. I would say it's worth the $25, after the 4 or 5 hours that I put into it. So if anybody's looking for like a PvE grindy game just to kind of fuck around with, I could recommend The Division, and I'm pretty sure that Weenie could say the same. But don't expect a lot.
The last time I played that game, the PvP was a joke because you had a bunch of people running around. You won't shoot me because if you shot somebody, you turn into a rogue and was like marked on the map. So you'd have people run in front of you while you're shooting AI and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can turn on rogue with a keystroke now. So I thought was odd.
I guess if you want a PvP,
yeah. But the Dark Zone is still a shit show. Still hackers everywhere. And I'm not looking to play The Division for the PvP. Plus, the movement and default controls of that game are pretty clunky. Yeah. Pretty shitty and clunky. And the last thing I want to worry about is just not being able to control my character the way I am trying to control it. It's like you're always just running around. There's no jumping, and the trying to get behind cover is super wonky. So it's not something I want to deal with PvP on. Booted up Grav super quick last week or the week before. I'm actually going to plan on doing like a stream of it. I've actually seen a couple other people that have picked it up and started playing it again. It's just a game I'm not going to let go of. You guys are going to hear me talking about Grav forever.
I brought it up earlier before the show. Right before the show, I started up Grav because it had been downloading in the background for a while. And if you played it back when it first came out and we played it, and you look at it now, it is incredibly different. The lighting in the game, just the general like small textures of the grass. There's a shitload of new creatures and enemies out there. It's not just like different copies of the same fucking animal everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just played it for like 5 minutes and got absolutely murdered. But
Yeah.
like, there's only like 8 servers in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
And they're all not here.
All foreign.
Or password protected. The first like 6 that I had low pings on, which when I say low, I mean like 80 or 90 ping, which for me is terrible. Like most servers, I'm like 15 ping, 13 ping.
Yep.
And all those were password protected. So the only one that would let me join it was like 160 ping fucking European server.
How many people were on it?
One
person?
Yeah, out of 80. It was an 80 slot server.
You have to play on
80?
the server.
Why are they paying for an 80?
There were ones that had 255 slots. At least that's what they showed on the fucking.
How many players did the most populated server have?
Like 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why you would pay for such a gigantic server.
Yeah.
I doubt any of them are paying for them. They're probably all self-ran.
Yeah, like somebody's fucking house or some shit.
Right, yeah. I would want to go into that one server that has one player on it and just go in there and just stand there, not say anything, don't move, and then he's like, "Oh my god, it's another fucking person on a craft server."
You're a dick.
When that game came out, I remember seeing somebody else I remember my heart like racing when I found somebody else on the same planet. It was insane. As far as purchasing, the Long Dark was on sale today for like $7. And so I got that. I don't really know much about the game other than it's kind of like a survival and it's got a story. So I was like, Weenie, is this game good? She said, yeah, it's okay. So I just bought it. So I'll probably give that a try at some point. Add it to the list of games I need to play. Picked up Rise of the Tomb Raider on sale. I plan on playing those on stream soon. I've heard good things about the Tomb Raiders since 13 was Rise of the Tomb Raider. And then there's a game that came out, and there's another one that is coming out very soon, or has already come out within in the last month or so. And then I got gifted Crash Time, and I got gifted Crash Time by I think his name's Zatrell, somebody from chat. And then I got gifted Hollow Knight by Cube. And I've heard really good things about Hollow Knight. I've had it on my wish list. I want to play Hollow Knight and Shovel Knight, the 2 Knight games that I'd like to play. I think I'm going to get... I don't know if the Shovel Knight is on Switch. I know it was on Wii U. If it's on Switch, I'll probably try and get it for Switch and then stream that. But I want to try both of those. They both look fun. All right. Any points before we move on to gaming news and discussion?
Nope.
All right. Just a few quick topics. But before that, during the week, if you guys would like to submit any gaming or streaming related news articles to the show, you can post your links and or topics to the hashtag news channel in the Knackers Discord. I want to thank Cola, Matt Weenie, McMuffin, Sonder, Amherst Arcade, and Elizabeth for posting news articles in Discord these past 2 weeks. So, just so you know, Frankerface Z emote menu has finally returned. And not only did I want to bring it up for that big update, for those of you who might be new to Twitch or didn't know these existed, there are 2 browser platforms, 2 browser extensions called Frankerface Z and Better TTV. They are extensions which improve the Twitch experience. They give you extra settings for the general UI and interface of the website. They give you ability to change how chat looks and an incredible amount of different settings that you can change on the website. They also have emotes. You know, people who aren't partners can get emotes on Twitch, and only people who can see, those emotes. So if you cannot see this emote in chat right now, that means you don't have Face or Better TTV. So if that's something you had no idea about, check it out. There's a lot of good shit about Face and BTTV. Teens are snorting condoms in the latest challenge. The reason I'm bringing this up
started in 2015.
Yeah, for some reason, this has already been around for quite some time. And reason I'm bringing this up, if I ever hear of any of you assholes snorting condoms, I will come to your house and beat your fucking dinner out of you.
Why do they think that's a good idea? They're
It's
just like their
another
parents. They do not know how to
dumbass
use a condom.
challenge.
Uh-huh.
Like, snort it up your nose and pull it out of your mouth. I hope they all end up with fucking deviated septums.
Oh, God. Can you imagine just slimy rubber stuck in between your mouth and your nose? Ugh.
Thank you.
But anyways, next time on
Fucking
Crocs and Hot Pockets.
Stupidity never ceases to fucking amaze.
That's terrible. Next, The Forest leaves early access on April 20th at $20. This is one of my all-time favorite games. If you guys have not played it, I would highly suggest it. Grab it now. It's $15 on Steam, and it goes up to $20 once it leaves early access. It is a multiplayer co-op sandbox survival game that has a campaign, and a very fucking good campaign at that. They're adding a shit ton of new content. They're adding to the story. There's new enemies. There's new weather patterns. Whole bunch of new fucking updates. So if you guys like The Forest and you haven't played it in a while, once it releases from early access, now might be a really good time to play the game. And if you've never played The Forest, raise your hand if you played The Forest.
I played like a week after it came out.
Okay.
That's the last time I played.
Raise your hand if you would recommend The Forest to anybody.
I also would put the caveat of playing with friends.
Yes, very much
Game
so.
is fucking useless if you don't play with friends.
Yep, and I think you can have up to 4 people. So if you can fill all 4 slots, fucking do it. Last but not least, a couple just so you know regarding hardware. Western Digital has or is going to release a budget NVMe M.2 PCI SSD. So the link is going to be in chat for you guys. These are what?
In 1080p. Fucking docs taglines.
Oh,
NVMe,
3D.
SSD, 3D.
So this is basically, these are the smaller solid state hard drives that are no bigger than a stick of gum, and they're faster. They're based on PCIe lanes and not SATA lanes, so they're just much faster, great for operating systems and game libraries, and they're pretty fucking cheap. The 500 gigabyte SSD was, I think, $240, and then I think the 1 terabyte was around $400 to $450. So compared to Samsung's M.2 PCI SSDs, very, very good prices. So if you guys are going to be in the market, these would definitely be ones to look at. In addition to that, Intel has released new chipsets for the Coffee Lake CPUs. Those of you guys that are or were looking to upgrade to the Coffee Lake chipset or the Coffee Lake CPU, you'll probably find out that there was not a lot of options as far as motherboards, and almost all motherboards were locked into the Z370 chipset. Well, Intel has finally released new chipsets for both expensive and budget boards. So be on the lookout for new motherboards from Asus, from Gigabyte, from ASRock. And there's going to be a shit ton more coming on down the line. You guys got any comments about any of these, just so you knows?
Nope.
Word.
Can't afford fucking building a new computer.
I did mine, so I got a while before I need to do anything else to it.
What chip do you have again, Speed?
An i7 7700K.
Okay, sweet. Nice! Yeah, I'm glad that I'm not going to have to upgrade for a little while. Hopefully. I'm afraid, like, I'm even going to try and launch Star Citizen, and I'm going to have some problems. Yeah. All right. First and foremost, did you get April Fooled? So as you guys know, within the past couple of weeks, April Fools landed on Easter, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how religious you are. And there, of course, if you are on any sort of social media, you saw the fuckery that was April Fools. So my question to you guys is, did you get fooled by anything? Because here's the cheap shot. Companies started posting shit before it was actually April Fool's on the day before. That's not fair. That's not fucking fair. I'm expecting these companies to give me true news, not this fake news bullshit.
The only thing I got stuck on was that Fortnite comet shit, where they added a comet to the fucking game and little fucking telescopes up on the mountaintops and shit, and everybody was like, they're gonna blow up fucking Tilted Towers, here it comes. And then jack shit. I logged in last night and there's nothing different. They just took the fucking comet out of the sky as like a fuck you.
Yep. Assholes.
That was it.
They invested money into that. Like,
Yeah.
Like somebody had to
They
code
could've
that shit.
improved the game, but no, they're gonna
Right.
put a comet in the sky.
And the update that added the comet to the sky like brought all kinds of fucked up lag situations.
The
That's
marketing
probably part of the
teams
fool's joke.
probably fucking hate April Fools because they got to put in all this fucking work. Graphic designers got to make these images for one day of
Videos.
advertising. Yeah. What about you, 42?
I didn't get fooled by any of them, but there was a couple, like, so I'm a big UFC fan, and there was a big fight that happened this weekend for the hardcore fans anyway, that was supposed to happen. And last weekend when it was April Fool's, one of the fighters that's in the big main card got pulled out because he tripped on a wire and like pulled his LCL apart. And it happened right on New Year's Day, or not New Year's, fucking April Fool's Day. So they announced that he was out of the fight, and everyone's like, ha 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 ha, good one, guys. And then they found out the next day that he was still out of the fight, and we're all like, oh god.
Oh no.
Happening? So we were like, everybody was like sure that it was an April Fool's joke, and then it was. Other than that, the only other thing I didn't get fooled by it, but I just thought it was hilarious. The one ski resort that I go to all the time in close to my city, they posted a video on their Instagram, and it was an April Fool's joke where they said that if you're caught taking pictures of the ski resort, like, because they're really good views up on top of the mountains, they're like if you take pictures on top of the ski resorts, we're gonna confiscate your phone.
Oh my god.
And they made like this really funny video where there's like somebody up on the hill and he's like, oh, this view is sick, bruh. And then there's a ski resort guy and he's got like a radio and he's like, I see the perpetrator, and he's like flying down the hill on his skis, and then he like slams into the guy and takes his phone. It was so funny.
Hockey check.
Yeah.
Fucking Old Spice commercial for the ski resort.
I got fooled twice. Once was the day before, and once was day of. I knew it was April Fool's. I knew to look out for motherfuckers posting bullshit on Twitter. And the first thing I got fooled by was there's a Rocket League trading network website where you can trade items, but you have to use the website as like a two-stop shop. You have to go to the website, post your trade, and then you have to contact the person via Steam or the website and then initiate the trade on the actual game. Well, they released a video saying that their trading platform had been integrated into the game so that you could post the trades and then they would automatically get saved your inventory within the game. And I posted it to Discord and oh my fucking God, this is crazy. Apparently they posted the same exact video last year too. And all these new people who didn't know what happened got fooled fucking again. So there was that one. And then Astroneer posted a picture that had a rover that looked like a PUBG rover. Or not a what's the fucking go-kart in PUBG?
Dune buggy?
Dune buggy. They posted a rover that looked like a dune buggy that was a two-person dune buggy. And me and Weenie have been talking how Astroneer should have a fucking just a tiny little vehicle that one or two people can get on that you can zip around in if you're not looking to transport shit around. And so they just posted the picture of a two-person dune buggy. And I didn't see the text that said Astroneer Royale above it because it was like a very subtle logo. And of course, I replied to the tweet, oh my God, I've been waiting for a vehicle like this. Little did I know it was a fucking Astroneer Battle Royale.
Got him.
and it was almost immediately I realized that I had been ganked. I had been jeeked, and I was mad. I was very fucking angry. But yeah, if either of you guys got yeeted, feel free to share your stories in chat. Next up, motherfucking VR. So within the past couple of weeks, HTC had officially released the prices of the HTC Vive Pro starter kit and headset. So if you were a HTC Vive owner and you wanted to upgrade just the headset, it was $799 USD. And if you wanted to, and that was a trade-in program, correct? No, not okay. Upgrade program. So you would basically prove that you had an original Vive, and you could get the headset for $799.
No, not even. You could just buy the headset. You didn't have to be an original owner.
Oh,
You can't
really?
trade anymore? Or are they still doing the trading?
No, they never. There was never a trade-in.
Oh.
What?
No, there was never a trade-in.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Or was it that you just got early access to the headsets?
No, all like so the thing that launched this last week.
Yeah.
All it is you're just buying the headset.
Anybody can do it.
I'm like 99% sure that in the original press release, they said something about a trade-in program or the people who had a Vive getting early access to it.
Yeah, and I know there was a lot of people that thought that when it was first announced, but then people kind of started tweeting at them and asking about it. And it's basically they're just releasing just the headset for people to buy.
Speculation about being able to do trade-ins.
Yeah.
But they are saying existing owners who purchased the Vive Pro have an offer. They can get $100 of Viveport content credit. That's in the article. Well,
yeah, I don't know. I know if you buy the Vive Pro right now, just the headset itself, because they don't have the kit available yet. I think it's supposed to be coming. But I know if you buy just the headset now, I think it comes with 6 months worth of Viveport, which is like their way you can download VR games for. It's like a subscription program almost.
Yeah.
All of the articles I read the day of was it E3, right?
Yeah, everybody thought the same thing. Everybody was under that same impression, but the thing was they weren't clear with it. Okay. So everybody was assuming different things. The way they announced it, they had the guy, it was stupid because the live announcement of it that they had, it was literally just some dude holding his phone up and filming a guy who was at the pedestal talking about it.
Right.
They didn't have a really professionally broadcast setup, but when the guy announced it, he said HMD head mounted display upgrade something or other. I can't remember what the words that were used, but everybody thought it was going to be a trade up thing. But then people started putting the pieces together. It's like if everybody who has a Vive headset wants to trade theirs in, they have to fucking ship them in. That's going to be a logistical nightmare for Vive,
right?
For HTC, which already has terrible customer support. So they kind of figured it out that no, it's probably just going to be that you can buy a Vive Pro and you still get to keep your Vive. It's just that you're upgrading your Vive, the headset itself.
Got it. Okay. Well, shit.
Let me know how it is, and then I may purchase the new headset. But I don't play VR enough. I don't think it would be really too much of a benefit for me.
Well, I canceled mine. Yeah.
Oh, you canceled?
I'm not getting it anymore.
Why?
So the reviews that I read, it's not worth it.
Oh, I figured
the resolution upgrade is good, but the sweet spot, so the spot that you have to have the headset sitting on to get the best vision and everything be as clear as it can be, harder to get to now. And the God rays are a lot worse on it. God rays are essentially the screen so you have lenses, right? There's lenses that basically magnify what's on the screen to your eyes.
Circles.
Yeah, you basically what the God rays are is essentially if you look at the sun and you see the weird rays that come off of it towards your eyes, that's what you get in VR. If if everything's dark around you in the VR room and something really bright shows up, you get like these weird rays that come around your eyes, and it's just because of the way that the lenses are in the headset. So apparently, because they're using the exact same lenses that they used in the first Vive that I've got, but for some reasons, because of the bump in resolution, it causes even worse God rays than it was before.
Man.
So, yeah, it's there's a lot of people that do like it. It's basically like HTC said after they kind of almost right before they had released this thing. It's for prosumers, like they say, right? So it's a lot of money to buy this thing, and it's really not a giant upgrade, but it's for the people that want to spend that insane amount of money for a little bit of an upgrade, or that little bump in quality, I guess.
Now, who has their hands on it where you're getting your review information? Like, do regular consumers already have it, or are these like companies that have press releases?
I've been following a lot of companies and little people that do small reviews here and there that are touted as VR reviewing companies or whatever, but they've been like going to the conventions because they've had VR setups for the Vive Pro at a bunch of conventions and everything. So there's been a lot of people that have been going to those conventions and like doing hardcore reviews, like on the spot reviews, like vlogs and everything of the Vive Pro since it's been coming out. And everybody always says like it's hard to get a really good review of it when you're at a convention because that thing's been, there's fucking people's sweat all over it, and they never clean those things properly at the conventions and everything. So, but I mean, people just got theirs. The consumer versions that have been coming out, everybody just got theirs this past Thursday, and then going into this weekend. So there's been a lot of reviews showing up on our Vive, and like there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people that are saying it's good if your expectations are really low, but if your expectations for it to be like an insane bump in quality, it's not going to be what you think. Like it's good for the main thing is it's good for tech. Like it makes the resolution bump makes reading text in VR a lot easier.
Okay.
The original headset, it's a little tough, but a lot of the games you play, you're not sitting there reading text from miles away anyway.
So I've heard you talk about other headsets that are going to be coming out. When you say that, can you buy a Samsung head mount display and use it with your Vive? Like, are those kinds of things interchangeable?
I don't know all the headsets and which ones are compatible with what, but there's a headset coming out soon called the Pimax, Pimax, and it's supposed to be compatible with HTC Vive's lighthouses and controllers.
Okay.
So there was a big Kickstarter not too long ago, and like this Pimax headset, it's supposed to have like a 4K model and an 8K model. So it's going to be 4K per eye. So you're going to have two 4K monitors as basically as eyepieces. And it sounds really good, and everybody's like getting super hyped about it. I'm not going to be the kind of person to dump thousands of dollars on a Kickstarter until I get it, because it's a company I've never heard of, and I don't really want to. I don't know how it's actually going to turn out, but it looks really good, and a lot of people are basically shitting on everybody who bought the HTC Vive Pro and being like, "Why'd you buy that when you can get a Pimax fucking 8K later on when it gets on sale consumer wise and have a way better headset?"
Those are my favorite kinds of people. Why'd you spend all that money? Something better is going to come out in 7 years. Who's the idiot now?
Dude, it's been so funny being on our Vive and watching the conversation some people have been having. It's like, one person posts a review and he's like, yeah, no, I got the Vive Pro and it's a good upgrade. It's not as great as I thought it would be. There's always a couple of people that come into the comments and they're just like, oh my God, you spent like $800 on nothing. It's like, well, I wouldn't say it's nothing, but I'm enjoying it. It's better than the Vive by itself. So
yeah, this P-Max, this Penis Max, 3840 by 2160 per eye.
Yeah,
with a
it's-
200-degree FOV.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that everyone's looking forward to with that thing is the FOV. Like when you have the Vive on your head, you can look to both sides of like your peripherals and see the edge of your vision.
Right.
So it's a little, some people don't like that, but apparently this Pimax is supposed to be a lot better for FOV. It's just you're gonna have like a fucking brick on your head like this big.
Yeah,
So
it
it's gonna
looks
look
like
goofy.
the display is almost twice as wide as the headpiece.
Yeah.
What is there? Okay, so is the Kickstarter finished for this?
Yeah, I think it finished a while ago, yeah.
What do you know what the ship dates were?
I haven't paid that close attention to it. I've just been seeing a bunch of people talking about it. I think it's sometime this summer that people are supposed to start getting theirs. If
Holy
they were,
I'm
shit.
interested.
They got
That-
funded
that-
for $4.5 million.
Yeah,
Do you
there
know
was
how
a
much it's
lot
gonna
of.
cost?
No, I haven't heard. I can't remember what the price models were on the Kickstarter ones, but I can imagine that they're going to be more expensive for consumers when they come out.
It's saying,
And that's the thing. I want to see what they're like when they release and when these people get theirs, because if they're that good, then I will for sure fucking get one of those instead.
So for
It sounds
the
like too good to be true from
I
where we're at right now,
Yeah.
and to how huge of a jump this is going to be.
yeah,
It's-
And you have to have the hardware to run it too. That's the thing.
right, 8K.
Yeah.
Looks like for one 8K package, the pledge was $949,
Mhm.
and it needs a 1080 Ti and an i7, 16 gigs of memory minimum, and that has an
God.
estimated delivery of May.
Yeah. And I've never dipped into Kickstarters or anything like that. So I can't wait to see when some of the first consumer reviews for it come out, because people are hyping it up. Like all the Kickstarters are like, yeah, we're the shit now. Yeah, we got the good headsets basically. And it's
HTC Vive is going to be like the Oculus now.
Right.
Inferior in
pretty
every way.
much.
I mean-
I'm excited to see what they're like, but who knows?
Right. I'm definitely intrigued. I don't count on Kickstarters one fucking bit.
No.
I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing. Because the amount of Kickstarters that I've seen that just
Yeah.
just cool platform. I mean, shit, this platform got them $4.5 million, after before Kickstarter's cut.
Part of me hopes that they turn out really good so I can get one and enjoy
Right.
really good VR gaming. Part of me
Yep.
hopes that they're shitty and then everybody who is on all these fucking VR forums being like, yeah, you should have waited for the Pimax.
Yeah.
And then they're fucking eating their words and wasting their money.
All right, dope. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get your opinion on the VR and kind of where you were at. And
Hurry up and join us, Snackers.
I'm trying. Everything else is upgraded and ready to go. My audio's good. Well, I'm never actually happy with my audio, but hardware-wise, audio's good. New gaming PCs here and ready to go. I got nothing in my way, so I'm gonna start saving and
Where are you gonna
hopefully.
put it at? You need the space, though, right? You said the office is kind of small. Where you're at.
Yeah, it's gonna be me in the living room with the cables running back to in here, which sucks, but I don't think I could VR in this office.
You're
It's
gonna
You'll
have
be
to have
fine.
extensions, won't you?
Yeah, but you can do that.
I mean, I was gonna literally put a hole in because my computer is right against this wall. I was gonna put a hole in the wall.
Living
and
room's like right on the other side of that
Yep.
wall. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it won't be that bad.
You think I would be okay in this office, 42?
No.
No,
I didn't
I
think
was
you
gonna
would.
say you'll be fine extending it.
Oh, okay.
You'll be fine out in the living. I mean, you technically, even with the Vive, you'd be fine in that room if you just did standing only and you're careful about what you're doing.
But that's no fun. Why pay that much?
No,
for
I
a
know. That's what I'm
Vive?
saying. It's good if you're just gonna if you're playing a game where you're standing still, that's fine.
Yeah. Make sure you have a lot of ceiling clearance because I hit my hands on the ceiling all the time. I played basketball with VR and that's not a good thing to do.
Oh my god. Jumping, trying to nail threes and shoving your hand into the plaster.
Me and him was playing dodge. Was it dodgeball? It was like a ping pong or like pong type game, and ended up hitting my hand on the wall as well.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think what I'm gonna most likely do is just have a laptop out there and just have it hooked up to a screen so that I can have chat, if I ever have to take my headset off. It won't be that bad to just have to walk in here and change anything if I need to. But yeah, I don't think I want to be able like swinging around these controllers with all of this equipment here. Yeah, it's
And
asking.
also, if you have a ceiling fan, get rid of it.
Out there, there's actually no lights on the ceiling at all.
Oh, then you'll be
in
fine.
the
You
other
won't
room.
break or anything.
We use Christmas lights to illuminate our living room.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Bro, have you not seen my living room lately?
I haven't been to your house.
Oh, sorry, you don't have Instagram. See these Christmas lights?
Yeah.
If there is at every corner, doorway, and windowsill in my living room, there is Christmas lights going around it. Like every border of everything has Christmas lights, and I fucking love every inch of it.
Is that why you're wearing a Christmas shirt?
Yeah, do you see it's actually a dick butt Christmas shirt?
Oh, I didn't know
This-
that.
I got this on Teespring. This is a Merry Christmas dick butt. It advertised it as a sweater, but it was a sweat or shirt. It's like a Christmas sweater, but it's just on a cotton
Looks
t-shirt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it
Christmas
looks like
sweater
it's
that doesn't cost
fucking
$200 fucking dollars.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm hoping to do it soon because when I do it, I want to buy it so that it's stream ready. I don't plan on streaming as soon as I get it, but I want to buy all of the stuff I need in order to make it stream ready. Like I'm getting a headset and a mod mic and cable extensions. 42 knows better than anybody how much more effort it takes in order to stream VR compared to just playing it in general. But thankfully, with the price drop, I'll be able to get the audio headset for the same price as just getting the Vive itself. So that'll definitely be something I want to do in the very near future.
And for anybody who's wondering, the fact that the original Vive went down in price with the release of the Vive Pro, and the fact that Skyrim VR is getting such good reviews, very, very good time to get into VR.
Yep.
Because there's going to be a lot of good games coming out for it. If Skyrim VR does as well as it's saying it's supposed to be doing, then there's going to be a lot of developers making games for VR soon.
Is there any sort of promotions getting free games like with buying Vives?
I didn't. Is there?
Well, okay, so it's funny because there was for getting Fallout 4. If you bought a Vive, you could get Fallout 4. It came with a code for Fallout 4. There was so many people that bought a Vive, and then I don't know why HTC did it the way they did, but you can still buy a Vive nowadays and get a code for Fallout 4, but the promotion ended on March 31st. So even though you have the code nowadays, like if you buy it now, you still probably get the code depending on who you buy it through. But if you go to try to activate the code, it won't work. So there's been a lot of people that have been emailing HTC being like, hey, what the fuck? My code doesn't work. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, the small text says that the promotion ended March 31st. So that code doesn't work anymore.
Wow.
Taking that
HTC
shit back.
Yeah, HTC Vive is not a good company. I will tell you guys that right now. If you ever have to send any of your equipment back in, there's actually been people who are trying to sue HTC because one guy sent his controller in that was broken, that was still under warranty. He sent it back in, and they were like, "No, there's nothing wrong, but you got to send us more money to get this back."
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you that there's a huge story to it, but HTC is not a very friendly company to a lot of VR people right now. But for some reason, people are still buying their stuff.
I'm regretting the
God.
day if it is to happen that something messes up on my VR stuff. And having
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably end up having to just go to
buy
Oculus.
a VR headset. I don't even
Yeah,
want to go through the
probably.
hassle.
That's why I'm hoping this Pimax one's good. So I
Yeah.
can
Right.
get away from them.
Do you want to address that last thing in chat right there? Because I feel like that couldn't be further from the truth as far as PC VR.
Where? What?
Oh, about Bethesda stuff on PC?
Yeah, VR shit isn't going to perform on console games because console integrated graphics suck dick. Like there's a reason it runs way better on PC is because you've got dedicated graphics and 12 gigs of VRAM.
Oculus and Vive, both of those headsets are well over 1080 per eye. Or not, yeah, sorry. they are 1080, more than 1080 per eye. So you got to think, your graphics card is going to push a 1080 game to one monitor, but now it's going to push a 1080 game twice with more resolution to this headset. VR is not something that's taken lightly graphics wise. So if you don't have,
especially now that it's going to be 1600 by 1440.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
On the Vive Pros.
Yeah. So it's, yeah. I don't know about, I heard that Skyrim VR on PS4 VR wasn't that bad. But some people did have some issues with it. So people were kind of worried about it when it came to PC, but it launched just fine. I haven't had any issues with FPS in it. Fallout 4 runs like shit, but I think that's just because Fallout 4 is just the game that it is. It doesn't run.
I think they rushed that out anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too.
Well, I
And
mean,
yeah, and-
we all dealt with this shit when we all first started PC gaming and they started trying to do cross-platform games, and sometimes you would just get a shit port for a fucking PC
still
version of
do.
a game.
Yep.
And that's with VR being so new and so still under the radar and emerging as a fucking viable option for gamers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another thing where it's like studios just don't have the fucking money to blow all the fucking time and devs and shit it takes
Yeah,
so
'cause they're
that
not gonna make as
a
much
couple
money as they would
thousand
on a
people buy the
VR
fucking
game.
Right. Yeah, VR is a completely different beast on PC. Like, there's a reason you need 1080s to play some of this shit. Is the fact that consoles are trying to replicate VR that's being done on PC right now is kind of laughable. Like,
The best
for
they
the
can do is like a rail shooter. That's
right.
all I've really been able to see that seems somewhat enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Last but not least, actually second to last, if we get to this last portion, it's not a huge deal if we don't. We just got some Twitch news going on. Almost switched to it. Twitch lays off some big names from their Twitch Studios department. Gift sub badges are now available in chat, and Twitch also keeps track of how many subs you have gifted in any given channel. And Twitch Overwatch League all access passes have now hit the internet. So real quick, I'll just go into detail about the Twitch Overwatch pass before we go into detail about these other things. So there's basically a DLC for Twitch and Overwatch right now. Your loot for your favorite teams, you've earned your golden weapons. Now show off your love for all things Overwatch and earn exclusive rewards in the Overwatch League All Access Pass on Twitch for the 2018 season. With the All Access Pass, you unlock early access to in-game skins. I can't see when you click on the script, Salty. You'll unlock early access to in-game skins and sprays, global emotes, and chat badges to rep in Twitch chat, and insider access to pro players and teams. Become a pass holder today and save $10 with Prime on your introductory deal. Once you're in, here's a breakdown of everything coming your way. So if you guys want to check out that article, it'll kind of show you all of the goodies that you get: in-game skins, early access to, players, I don't know, diet schedules. I don't know what the fuck they're going to give you early access to, but couple different shits out there. So the first thing I want to touch on with the Twitch layoffs, there was a bunch of people that were laid off from the Twitch Studios department, and a lot of people were upset, and a lot of people just kind of saw it and went on with their lives. So I want to kind of get your guys' reactions, if there were any, of how you felt when this first dropped. It seems like many of them were let go via Google Hangout, and were told to have their shit packed that day and to leave.
ASAP.
Like, get out now. So what were your guys' first thoughts, and what are your thoughts of as today?
I didn't even know it happened, and it sucks to lose your job. And hopefully they're able to find someplace else. And
these are people that have been with Twitch since day one.
Some of them were like on the founding fucking team.
Yeah, like pre-IPO Twitch.
Yeah. Like, obviously, if you look I'll put a link in chat. One of the tweets, I linked the original tweet from Slasher talking about it. One of the tweets in that thread was a fucking trend off of their Glassdoor page for Twitch, which is, if anybody doesn't know, if you work for a company, you can put in anonymous reviews for your company and rate everything about your company on different things. And Glassdoor is a fucking amazing tool if you're out looking for jobs to try to find a company that's not like totally shitty. And Twitch's fucking average rating is 2.9 out of 5. Like, it is trash.
Mm-hmm.
And almost everybody who, especially in the last 2 months after this fucking craziness, have been posting like people in upper management don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're constantly restructuring every department and reorganizing, team leads and shit. They hire a shitload of people that don't even use the fucking product. So like a lot of this upper management people are literally just like upper management type fucking asshole corporate dudes from Amazon and not even doing shit. And the other thing I really fucking hate about this, and it goes back to every dumbass decision they've made in the last couple months, the integrated chat update that's going to suck balls and getting rid of the messaging system entirely. They fucking fired 25 people from their creative studio.
Right.
Like, this isn't just like you kept all the fucking managers, other than the one manager they did fire was the senior vice president of content creation for fucking Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a guy who had been at the fucking company from the start. And the first people you're going to fire, and the whole reasoning of we overhired people, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's 100%
corporate America
bullshit.
talk for, I want a bigger fucking bonus. We need to get rid of enough people so I get a big fat fucking bonus.
Yep.
It's the same shit that just happened at my work. 26 people at my work got severed for the same fucking reason. They got in a bunch of debt, and somehow it's the people that's been working there their whole fucking lives fault. And like, layoffs are just the most bullshit corporate crap on the planet Earth. If you wasted so much fucking money, bring in the reins a little bit.
Yep.
Don't fucking, like, if I go out and I run a fucking credit card up, and I can't just like cut the credit card up and throw it in the trash and it just goes away.
Yeah.
I have to stop spending fucking money on stupid shit. Stop paying like 18 fucking senior executives $1 million a fucking year to head up all these fucking departments. And don't, like, that guy, the guy who was the senior VP, he was like just made the senior VP.
Yeah.
Like, very recently.
He thought he was set.
I mean, I don't get it. I know, like, originally I was like, this has to be Amazon. But it's like, Amazon's fucking been owning Twitch since 2014. So
right. It's been a long time.
This is in the last 2 years. If you look at that trend that's in that Glassdoor article, it's like since 2016. The rating was up here, and now it's fucking like plummeting off the face of the earth. Like, nobody that's there wants to be there. Everybody's worried about their fucking job all the time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more rushed decisions, more indecision, and just I am not happy with the current state. Like, if your fucking employees are that pissed off to where they're going online and saying, like, one of the pros in this guy's fucking review says, can get promoted for being incompetent. Lack of accountability, hostile work environment, stop hiring people that don't use the product, like, disapproves of the CEO. Like, these are your fucking employees. If your employees are saying this about your company, you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't care if that was one of the guys who got shit canned. I would do the same thing if I just got laid the fuck off because dickhead fucking, what's his face, one from Amazon, Jeff Bezos, wants a bigger fucking salary this year. Like, fuck you. Common.
Do you know how many employees Twitch has? I feel like I read it somewhere, but I don't know.
Got a lot of jobs posted.
My head says 14,000. That's like a random number that just came into my head that I think might be right. And I don't know if Glassdoor says how many employees they have.
And like in June 2013, they had 80. I guess they did over.
That's just it. They've also expanded across the world. Like they have offices in South Korea now. They have offices in San Francisco.
Yep.
Most of their shit's in San Francisco, but they've got everywhere. Seattle, New York.
It says 500.
Huntsville, Alabama.
They have one in Huntsville, Alabama.
Apparently, it's for a web developer job.
Oh, too bad I don't know anything about web development.
What do you think, 42?
It's kind of weird because I know we're going to talk about this later on too. It's weird to associate myself with Twitch nowadays, just with how much drama is going on with it and how much the company's been kind of going downhill lately. Like I love the platform and I love being able to use it the way that we can use it nowadays, but it's weird being associated with it because of some of the stuff going on.
I'm sure if we were just viewers, we wouldn't even be thinking about this shit. But when you're a streamer and you kind of have to take these things into consideration now.
Yeah. And it's weird too, because like we went to TwitchCon just last year, and like the whole vibe that they try to push around TwitchCon is like bring your family together and have a great time with your communities and blah 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 blah. But then you see guys, the Twitch staff come up on stage and they're like, we love our website, this place that we've built, and we have all these friends and blah blah blah. And then you read the reviews and it's like nobody at this company likes each other. It's hostile. It's all this stuff.
Fucking asshole tramping across the fucking stage.
Yeah, because that's what they're paid to do, right? But
right.
And then you got the people on Twitter, like the front-facing people that have to play it up. And then you look at the reviews, and it's like, okay, so how much do you really mean that stuff that you say on stage? Because
So, like, in reading, I just read probably 20 reviews while y'all were talking about Skyrim because I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And every single review is basically the same thing. Like, people that actually work there as programmers and designers and all that shit really love their job and really want to fucking, like, work for the company. But the management and the management style and the fact that there's all these fucking reorganizations, it doesn't allow anybody to fucking get comfortable in their fucking job enough to work together.
Well, let me say this. So 42, because Speed, I know you don't like your job. 42 and Salty, do you guys like your job?
I love my job.
Yeah, I'd say I do.
I just hate the management.
Okay. Have you looked for your place of employment on Glassdoor to leave a positive review?
No, fuck no.
Okay. So that's one thing that I always try and keep in mind is people who are happy usually don't say anything.
You. It's the same thing for like product reviews and shit too.
Yeah. Like, of course, the people who had a bad experience and know they have a place to have their voice heard because that's what 2018 is all about.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be seen. But at the same time, it is a little worrisome, like, to see this type of stuff. Go ahead, 42.
I was just gonna say, like, you can for a fact that most of the people that are on those reviews are the kind of people that all their friends are people that work at that company as well, so they can't rant to them.
Right.
That would be suicide in the company.
Yeah.
So it's like me, if I had problems at work, like even just today, I was over at my parents' house for breakfast. I fucking ranted about work shit the entire time I was there because that's what I do. There's obviously everyone's gonna have shit at work that they deal with that they don't like, but you have an extra avenue like family or friends that you can rant to about it. They're just like, okay, yeah, cool, man. That's really interesting. Cool. But
yeah,
but a lot of the people on those review websites sometimes don't have that avenue to rant because all their friends are at that company too. So it's probably part of it.
My first reaction was, that sucks. A lot of people are losing their jobs. And my next reaction was, what if half of those people sexually harassed all of their coworkers and nobody knows it because they're all really good at hiding it. Like, that was my immediate second thought was, we don't know anything about these people. The only thing we know is the stuff that they make public to us. Like, we all think that these people that we look up to are all amazing people. We don't know what kind of people they are. We don't know what kind of person they're like to work with. We don't know how horny they are. So
I just have a problem believing that all 25 people in the same fucking like part of the organization, in the content creator, like we're the content company, blah blah blah. That'd be like YouTube firing 50 videographers.
right. It's like
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so it's much less likely, for that to be the case. And what by that I mean what I'm saying because of the point that you made. And then I just and once you see something like this, you get the flood of, oh my God, I don't know if I can be a part of a platform like this. I'm going to go to Mixer or go to YouTube. Like, what do you think is going to happen to Mixer when they get big and then they get bought out by somebody bigger than them? It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same shit. It doesn't matter where you go or when you go. This is how corporate companies work. When somebody with the wallet of Amazon comes along and picks you up. So I agree to the extent that we should be aware of what's going on, because if you choose this to be a career, they are the one that pays your bills, and you need to be hyper aware of that kind of stuff. But to go to the extent of like, oh my God, this platform is falling apart, and I don't think I can be a part of it because I can't do it. And to start like searching off to go find, it's just like that's all way too fucking much for me, and it's way too much emotion. So kind of how I look at it is, this shit happens everywhere, at every business, and anywhere where money is involved. And I try to just not get wrapped up in it.
So fucking pathetic though.
Mhm.
Like the corporate environment since we were born, since the late 80s and 90s, just fucked. Like, nobody ever heard of a fucking layoff until like the mid 80s.
Right.
That wasn't even a thing. That was just like some fucking guys were sitting on the board of some gigantic company and was like, we're gonna have to like really tighten up and really like fucking get our shit straight these next quarter, or we're gonna be fucked. And the guy was like, or we could just fire like 15 people and everything's good.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
they just do that over and over and over, because the people that make that decision are the fucking assholes that get like $2 million fucking bonuses.
They don't even do much.
So
yeah, I really try to stay away from like I was saying, it is weird to be associated with Twitch and all the stuff that's going on with it right now. But like you said, I personally like to try and stay away from some of the stuff, because like I just use the platform for my own little personal entertainment,
right,
hobby bullshit, right? It's just tough when you use Twitter all the time and this stuff is just pasted all over Twitter.
Yeah,
everybody's
dude.
ranting about it. It's like, oh, what's this all about? And it's like, oh, you read it, and it's like, ooh, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my God. And like I was talking about last week or the week before, there's some people that you follow on Twitter. Every day they are getting into some heated debate, like retweeting and subtweeting just all fucking day. It's like, aren't you exhausted? Like, how do you do this all day, every fucking day? Just battle people you don't even know, like people you've never even shook hands with, and you're just angrily just going back and forth. I'm like, that has to be just absolutely exhausting. And I just stay away from all that shit. Just fun. Just have some fun. And I know people need to take it really seriously because it's their paycheck, but there's a certain point where you need to realize all of that whining and bitching and arguing and baiting on Twitter doesn't do anything. It literally does nothing.
I think the one thing is like, just be happy that you're not planning on going to try and work for Twitch. You just get to sit all the way back here in your house, stream on their platform, and if your whole thing about it is doing it for fun, great. If your thing is doing it for money, make whatever you want to make off of it and do what you can do with it. But at least if you're planning on going to work for Twitch, do your research and you'll find
Exactly.
out.
And you are working for Twitch streamers that are the moneymaker.
Right, exactly.
I work for nobody.
I'm an independent contractor. But no matter where you go, as soon as you start getting involved enough to where they are your sole source of income, you're going to run into issues like this. It doesn't matter where you go. Take it with a grain of salt. You guys got any thoughts on the Twitch Overwatch All Access stuff?
No, I haven't played Overwatch in years.
That's like getting too involved with sports for me. Like to be that involved.
Right.
I'm just
you
like
just bought NFL Sunday ticket.
Right.
Overwatch.
Yes.
On a fucking platform that's free anyway.
Yep.
You would think that watching that would be just like, yay, we could just watch video games, and now there's all these players that are getting
fucking marketers
harassed,
ruin everything, dude.
banned for saying things on streams.
Well, did y'all see the post that I fucking made in the Crocs channel prior to the stream?
Yeah, I was reading a little
about
bit
a
of that.
fucking another pro player that just got fucking indefinitely suspended for improper sexual misconduct with a minor.
Yeah.
A fucking 14-year-old.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
pedophilia.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
And that doesn't even count the Counter-Strike pro commentator that dropped the N-word with a hard R. What a fucking idiot. Oh my God, what an idiot.
That is corporate suicide right there.
I've never seen anybody's career die so fast. Like, you literally saw his career die somewhere in that webcam.
Yeah.
Woo! People are fucking morons, man. Bunch of momos. Okay, so last but not least, I want to talk about this in the most constructive way possible. And that is the subject regarding Summit 1G playing Fortnite with Jake Paul. So, late last night, Summit played 5 or 6 rounds of squads with Jake Paul and one other guy, and his community went apeshit. And it bled over into today on Twitter. Me and Weenie were watching him today. He was not talking. He was not reacting to chat. He was not saying thank yous for subs, donos, tips, bits. He was ignoring everything, just playing video games. And it was an interesting day. This is an interesting event, and I kind of wanted to talk it over with you guys because I wanted to get your feedback, see how you felt about the whole situation, and possibly offer any constructive criticism. So in case any of our streamers here in chat ever decide to make it big and get the chance to stream with the devil, what kind of decisions they should make.
I mean, after his comments on the Pauls in the past, because when Logan first made his fucking Twitch channel and everybody was giving Twitch shit and telling him to ban him preemptively, fucking suicide video and all this other shit. And Summit was just kind of like, he's just a fucking dude. He's bringing people to the platform. No big deal. Like, the flack he got for saying that shit should have warned him.
Right.
Especially, like, right now, for some reason. Now these words actually are real. Jake Paul is the better brother now.
Right.
After it only took his brother showing a fucking dead body on the front picture of a fucking YouTube video and then tasering a dead rat for it to happen. But the guy who set his entire fucking backyard on fire, totally the best guy now.
Right.
So, like, what the fuck do you expect to happen? Especially Summit, a guy who's been around for so long and is of an older age than most when it comes to streamers. I mean, he's got, 7 years on Twitch or something like that?
Yeah, he's 31.
So, first, you should have seen it coming. And then the other thing that really took me off guard, and I guess I just forget that 99% of the internet is just trolly shitheads, but the amount of people in his Twitter feed claiming ownership of him.
Yeah.
Like, I donate to your channel. How the fuck could you do this to us? If you're not going to fucking look at us or acknowledge us in chat. What the fuck should I? Like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Right.
Seriously. The dude makes like a fucking $1 million every 2 months, something like that. He's like probably $300,000 a month from Twitch. Fuck you and your fucking 200-bit donation.
Yeah.
Like it's not like me streaming and somebody donates like a penny and I'm like, fuck yeah. Video games made me a penny. No, it's fucking Summit. You think he gives a fuck? Like if I was him, I would cut off all the fucking shit altogether like Lyric did back in the day. Just not log into Twitter or anything else and just do him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking fuck the cam, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Like, just let everything reset because it's not worth, like, he has tweeted like 12 times today in the last 12 hours since the shit fucking popped off, I guess you could say. And every single one's just like, everybody's fucking angry. I just want to let you know that I'm pooping while I reply. And all this other dumb shit. Like, I mean, don't fucking get me wrong. It's not that I take ownership over channels that I sub to. It's just like I have more of a vested interest in them.
Right.
But if somebody does something I don't like, then I just don't give them money. Like it's that fucking easy, you fucking childish shithead troll fuckers. Like
so entitled.
I don't get this entitlement. If I was him, I would literally just turn on my stream and be like, fuck all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I would I would put their fucking tweets up on the stream and just fucking slut shame those bastards into fucking.
He was still getting multi-$100 donations. Like, even in radio silence.
Those people are the ones that are there for him, not because of anything he does.
Yep.
They like him. They're not entitled dickheads like those other guys are.
I think some of those streamers don't realize what the age group of their viewers are sometimes.
100%.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Sometimes they think like, oh, I'll do this little thing and Twitch chat will understand, and then they don't understand, and they're like, why don't you guys understand? What's going on here? Why are you guys so crazy?
Oh, you're in the third grade.
Yeah.
All right.
Forgot about that.
So what do you think as a whole, 42? You can say you don't care.
No, I do care. I'm on the side. I tuned into Summit stream and I was watching them. I'm like, good for fucking you for sticking it to these assholes in chat. Like, it's the same thing. Like, these people sub to Summit and then they expect that, you know, he's going to put on the most amazing show for them every single day. But he could do the exact same thing that Lyric did not too long ago, where he's just like, I'm just not gonna stream for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And like Doc too. Like Doc released the little video and didn't stream for a month, and I guarantee you, there's tons of people, or tons of kids, I should say, that were watching Doc that now they don't have Doc to watch, and they're like, what do I do with my life? I don't have this one streamer that I always watched every single day for every hour of the day. What do I do? I don't have anything to do anymore.
Yeah.
So
and then it's the streamer's problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they got to sit there and tweet at the streamer and be like, how dare you do this to me?
But these are the same people that pay for their fucking cable every month and are tweeting at ABC because they canceled their favorite fucking sitcom soap opera bullshit. Like, fuck you. And like Paul said, most people on the internet with opinions are immature. Most people in general are immature. They don't have to be on the internet. They're just nowadays, everybody is sniffing their own fucking asshole. Like South Park fucking episode where they're just sniffing their own farts. That is the state of the Western world right now.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody walking around sniffing their own farts.
I wanna assume that it's just us millennials that are doing that. But I will tell you guys, not too long ago, my mother Facebook posted on the Hershey's Facebook page and commented on how bad they have made their chocolate lately and that they have lost a customer. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? You're one of them.
Right. Access to everything has, like, being closer is not always a good thing.
Yeah.
I looked at that. I saw her post on there. I was like, I need to get off Facebook right now. This is going to come back to bite me.
$3.
Yeah, right. Oh my god. I saw this and immediately just went, "What the fuck, Summit?" Like that was just my initial reaction. Not anything that's gonna make me stop watching him because I still watched him today, regardless if he was negating his chat and donations and shit. Because I love Summit. I love him as a streamer. He's entertaining, and that's all he is. He's not this friend that I expect reciprocation from. I don't give a fuck. The only part that got me is months back when all the Paul shit started happening. He was watching Jake Paul and Logan Paul roast on stream, talking about how dumb they were, tweeting about how the kids of the next generation should be finding better role models because these kids were not the best ones, the best choices. And then months later, you're streaming with them. And regardless of what you think, you are endorsing that person when you do that. When you dual stream with somebody, you are validating them. Whether it's casual, whether it's business, or what the fuck ever. To everybody else that's saying if Summit plays with them, then he's okay. And that's basically what you're telling your audience. So I'm not mad that he played with Jake Paul. I could care less, even though I don't like Jake Paul. I'm just going to continue watching Summit because I don't give a shit what he decides to do with his own channel. The only part that bugged me is you spent so much time shitting on somebody and telling them that they weren't a good role model, and then you just randomly stream with them and wonder why everybody is so up in arms. Like, most of the people are probably up in arms because you played it off like you didn't like them, like you thought that they weren't great people to be leaders, and then all of a sudden you're playing with them. So
at the same time, like this could all just be a fucking publicity stunt.
100%.
Yeah.
Summit's
100%.
been around for a long time. He's seen some stupid ass shit, and I'm sure a bunch of streamers saw the reaction to fucking Logan Paul making a Twitch page and all the negative feedback on Twitter, and saw that as a fucking means to like troll everybody, like just doing it for the fucking memes.
Yep.
What a fucking Paul thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Invite Jake Paul on your show knowing that it's going to piss a lot of people off, and then just sit back and fucking add fucking leaves to the fire from the sidelines through your Twitter feed. Like, he was trolling the fuck out of people on Twitter. Big time.
Like, maybe just like something we're saying, I can do what I want. My subscribers, nobody really controls what I do.
Mm-hmm.
That may be another reason behind it.
Yeah. I mean, like, why do I wear Crocs? Because it pisses people off. People get mad because I like something. And probably could be the same exact thing. So this whole, like, Summit, you've changed. I can't support you anymore. Like, fuck off. Just go, please, find the nearest dick and shovel it down. Because your amount of entitlement is off the fucking charts.
And that's just it. Like, what happened to just peaceful protest?
Right.
You don't like it, then fucking leave. I'm not going to miss you. I never have chat open on fucking Summit stream anyway.
No, me either.
Like, I don't understand why everybody has to be this raging victim every time anything happened to them. Fucking asshole left the ketchup packet out of my order at the drive-thru. Fuck you, Wendy's. Like, fuck you, dude.
Tweeting at
Calm
Wendy's.
the fuck down.
Wendy's will roast your ass. Don't you dare tweet at Wendy's. They'll fuck you up.
I don't know if you've seen the new advertisements for Wendy's where they're like whoring McDonald's. Like, have the McDonald's logos on that shit. I mean, like, burning, frying these motherfuckers up. It is bad.
Oh my god. If anybody has not seen Wendy's Twitter, please just go follow it.
Yes.
Don't even follow it. Just tweet at them something bad about Wendy's, and they'll reply.
Right.
Every time somebody tweets them with something like, "What should I get from McDonald's?" and they're like, "A bus ticket to Wendy's."
So yeah, I thought it was an interesting thing. Again, the internet just going absolutely insane over it. Twitter just anytime someone at like tries to take a day off, even though he streams 70 to 80 hours a week, there's just people who get angry when he decides to take a day off, and I just think it's funny. Like, remember, Summit doesn't stream because he has to. So, and he's going to treat it that way. And
He
that's
could probably
what
stop right now and be set for a while with
100.
cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And he's already got
yeah.
his money invested in other places. Like, he does it because he loves it and he wants to do it. He doesn't have to. He's going to, and anybody who's saying like, oh, well, you know, people give you $100 donations and any other small streamer would love to have that. Guess what? Summit was that dude too. And he grinded his fucking life away in order to get where he is. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's called fuck you money. And
Right.
that's something that cannot be taught. It only can be earned. Or given, you know, it's $1 million loan via the Trump Foundation. You never know. But fuck you money. Okay? There's a reason it's called fuck you money.
Yeah, he's got commercials he's been in. Wasn't he like from Logitech or something? Him and Tim the Tap Man did a commercial.
Audio Technica.
Audio Technica.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got money.
No.
No problem.
And Tombit said something in chat about like what's wrong with people not using shit on principle or stating their opinions. I have no problem with people stating their opinions. I have a problem with people think I should give a flying fuck what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own opinion.
Right.
That's what opinions are for.
Yeah.
I don't expect anybody to hold the same opinions I do. I'm a fucking half psycho dude. Like, there's just certain shit that I like and certain shit that I don't. And I keep that to my fucking self.
Right.
Like,
Just because you have an opinion doesn't
right.
it needs to be voiced.
I just don't understand how every single person, not literally, but you get my drift, thinks that the whole fucking world revolves around what is in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, calm the fuck down there. Go back to work. Make some
Not to
money.
mention people
Stop
these
being
days.
jealous of other people's shit.
Yep.
Not to
If he
mention
wants
people
to-
these days, if you don't have an opinion the same as them, you're considered an idiot. And that's
Yes.
like
Oh,
first thing
yeah,
that comes out of their mind is you're an idiot.
Or they'll throw all kinds of shit at you like they do with every single person that speaks any truth at all. Like
Yep.
the Sam Harrises and the Jordan Petersons of the world who just get shit on a daily basis just because they are blunt. So they're automatically a bigot and a racist and a homophobe and a transphobe and a fucking everything phobe.
I love both those guys, by the way.
Me too.
Every Sam Harris, Joe Rogan podcast is one of the best, usually.
Jordan Peterson was on there too.
Yep.
Really good. Twice.
I just added his book to my audiobook wish list, so I'm hoping to get to that soon.
The 12 Ways.
Yep.
I just got done reading it.
You like it?
I actually bought the real book.
No shit.
See, I keep and this is a total fucking offshoot. Do you have the subscription to Audible? Like, do you pay the monthly fee or do you just buy books individually?
I currently have the 3-month free trial, so I have not paid anything yet.
So you get what? One free book?
One credit a month.
And that's the same after for like, what's it? $12 a month or something like that?
15, and I believe, one book a month.
I don't like, I listen to a lot of fucking podcasts and videos, and 90% of the time, if it's a podcast, I listen to it on YouTube. And I've been thinking about getting that, but I don't think I would use it enough to warrant the money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I bought the actual paperback book, or the hardcover book, which ridiculously enough, the hardcover copy of a 250-page fucking book or whatever the fuck it is, 260 pages, was cheaper than the fucking digital audio version.
From
By
my research lately, audiobooks are anywhere from $5 to $15 more than the actual hard copy of the book.
A hardcover book.
They gotta pay for the guy, I guess, that reads it too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, they got the person. You got the author, then you got the person who reads it, because the author doesn't always read the book.
I just can't understand that pricing.
I think
especially
after
on what other than the New York Times, because the New York Times will never put Jordan Peterson's books up in the top 10.
no.
Every other top 10 list in the world, it was number 1 at least overall.
Yep.
That
They
book
don't
is
fit the
fucking
reviews.
fuck your mind up.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to listen to that book on an audiobook, you're going to be hitting rewind a lot.
Okay.
Like, it's an easy... I'm saying this just as a general thing for a normal human being that's not A, into religious stories, because he does go into a lot of that shit, which is like kind of blows my mind because I'm not religious. But or B, like a psychologist. It's not the easiest book in the world to pick up and read.
Okay.
There were a lot of times where I was like scouring 2 or 3 paragraphs at a time, like trying to grasp at every fucking point, because he's just like throwing shit at you.
Yeah, I'll probably, once my Audible subscription is done, I'll probably cancel it and then I'll just buy the book, the audio version of the book, one at a time. And just because I don't do a book a month. That's too much for me. I can't listen to it that much.
Oh, and I could. I just don't. I feel like that would go for about like 5 or 6 books, and then I'm like, I don't fucking want to listen to it.
Yeah, because I go through phases where I listen to a shit ton of audiobooks and podcasts, and then I just don't. And then I'll get back on the horse.
Yep.
Alrighty. Before we get on out of here, we are going to view the question and answer part of the podcast. So thank you guys to those of you that submitted questions for us to answer. And no more questions will be taken at this time. So first and foremost, this one comes from Middle Age Stream. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
I have no
It
idea.
depends on whether it's my friends or my family. If it's my
Like-
family, they probably just assume I wrecked my car. If it's my friends, there'd probably be some other shit I'm not going to talk about.
Word.
I would think Knackers got arrested for being nude in public. That's probably about it. I don't know what my family would say if I got arrested. I don't really do too much to be arrested, so.
Okay.
There was a stretch when I was just coming out of high school where there was some doppelganger in my city who was causing crime, and the cops kept thinking it was me because I got pulled over twice, and I got stopped at a bus stop once and taken in a cop car to go to work.
What the fuck?
They thought I had robbed a bank.
Yeah.
So I think if I got arrested for a random reason nowadays, it'd probably be, my parents would be like, "Oh, he didn't do anything. It's just his doppelganger."
That must fucking same town you're in. So that looks
Yeah,
like
it was a mess. I got pulled over in front of a bank. I was going to work. I was at a bus stop, and they patted me down on the street and then took me to work in the cop car, and had to verify that I was actually at work the last day because it was somebody that robbed a bank that looked just like me.
Crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
If I got arrested, my parents would either think drugs or downloading media illegally finally caught up with me. I would say one of those two things. My mom still thinks I fucking do drugs, and I don't know why. I mean, I know I'm insane, and I probably seem like I do drugs. And I mean, I did a lot of experimenting in my teens and early 20s, and they actually have definitive proof of my experimentation. So probably drugs still. Like I even tell my mom, like, "Mom, I can't fucking smoke weed. I can't. It's not a good experience for me. I can't and I won't." And I
knew that weenie girl was a bad influence.
Yeah. I don't know. My mom still thinks that I do drugs for some reason. I don't think, like, right now, if I were to tell her or ask her, she probably wouldn't say it, but she always makes little snide jokes about like cocaine and stuff. You know, I've tried a lot of
your
things.
Fucking colorful shit, dude.
Right.
All those fucking crazy shirts she thinks you're like doing mushrooms and shit.
Yeah.
There's
Stays
like
are behind
lights,
me,
there's
Mom.
Christmas lights all over his house, and he wears a lot of shit, and he has a
He
mask.
always thinks it's
Donald
December.
Trump.
Everybody that lives around you probably thinks a party is going on in your house because you got these different shades of oranges and greens all over your fucking house.
Every window is glowing. if you were to look at it from the outside. And like, I can only imagine my room during a stream with all the notifications being set off.
Yeah, disco
But,
fucking party.
My neighbors are actually probably quite scared because I blacked out my windows with white paper and Trader Joe's grocery bags. So you cannot see into the windows of my office anymore. So they're probably real fucking worried.
Since that police officer knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the other day we had a Jimmy John's delivery, and I knew that they were at the door. And I just started screaming in my office, and Winnie said the delivery guy's eyes got really wide.
What's going on in there?
What the fuck is going on in there? Next question. What's the best Wi-Fi network you've ever seen?
Mine are Rocket League quick chat commands.
Is it what a save?
No, one's wow with an exclamation point. The other one's okay with a period.
Is that for 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz?
Yeah,
That's
wow is
fine.
the good one. Okay is the okay one.
Okay. Okay.
I never really came across anything funny other than like Motorola, blah 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 blah. Not really changed the name.
I always just name my shit like police van,
Oh, there you go.
fucking FBI van.
I can't really think of any. I know I've seen a lot of good ones on the internet, but I've never seen any good ones like in person.
There was one that I saw where it was like, Grandpa, choose this one.
Oh no. That's fucking good. All right. Next one for Middle East stream as well. Is cereal soup?
Let's just
No.
skip that. It's not a soup.
You don't want to get into it?
No.
It's
We've been asked this already before.
We have?
Yeah.
isn't
Is
soup
cereal a
hot?
soup? Hot dog a sandwich? What else? They're just trying to trigger and get all.
You're right. Hot dog is a sandwich.
That's right.
We're not doing this.
All right.
Meat between two slices of bread is a sandwich.
My man. Mr. Vansman asks, if Speed doesn't drink an alcoholic beverage on the podcast before 2019, can we all agree he has to officially change his name to T-Demon? I mean, I think it's a good idea regardless. T-Demon. I mean, I guarantee nobody's taking that name on Twitch. You'll
Unless you
probably
put
get it.
I don't
B or
know.
E.
Maybe not in this country.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's true.
I mean, I could already get this. Have tea bags.
Yeah.
Teabag emotes when I
Yeah.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
Put teabags in the chat.
Fuck you.
Do the boogie
motherfucker.
down challenge.
Next question from Scopes. If it isn't against TOS, what do you think of Logan Paul coming to Twitch? This is the shitty brother, not the good brother.
Well, they're both
If it
shitty
is-
brothers. We just keep thinking that one of them is getting better. I don't really give a fuck either way. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't either.
I'm not gonna watch him. I don't
Yeah.
watch his garbage on YouTube. I'm not gonna watch his shitty shit on Twitch.
He
I
got
feel like you would go straight over to IRL though, and just it'd be still
all he's
a
gonna
mess
do.
over in
Yep.
IRL, so it ain't gonna change too much anything.
he'll do something to get himself banned eventually.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
No, he won't.
in
No, he
reality,
won't.
he shouldn't be able to get on here anyways because
He's not.
No, but he-
service.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But
He's not. He's never gonna get banned. He didn't get banned on YouTube after all that crazy ass shit. Ad money,
True.
fucking talks, shit walks.
And people are going to follow him, and it will bring Twitch.
All
I
the
think they
12-year-old
really care right
fucking motherfuckers sitting there jacking off to him, fucking showing dead people. Ready for it. Have at it.
When I think about Logan Paul and Jake Paul coming to Twitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't like you. I'm just not going to watch you. I'm going to do my own thing on this platform. The first and only thing that I think about is what is one of the most important things I tell people who want to get into streaming. If you're doing this for the money, you're going to have a bad time. There's going to be a point where they're both going to just get fucking bored. Like, these are two dudes who have never expressed any sort of interest in video games to this day. Logan Paul never played video games. He bought and built his first gaming computer a week or two ago. He's not going to make Twitch a primary thing. Like, you don't care. You don't care about the community. You don't care about the ecosystem that is video games. You just don't. And it's going to be a hot thing for a little while. It might be a year, might be less, it might be more. But it doesn't fucking matter because he's here for the money, and it's either just going to reflect in his content or that content is going to die
I mean,
very
it's
quickly.
it's the same shit he does on YouTube. I don't really
Right.
give a fuck either way.
It's
and
whatever.
another thing is like YouTube, we saw they get to control what we saw, and what they controlled was already horrible. Just imagine how it's going to be now with it being broadcasted live.
Well,
Yep.
the one benefit is at least he has to be within earshot of fucking people.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
then again, there were 20 or like fucking 10 people there when Homeboy was walking through the suicide forest, and they all just went along with it because they're all just sucking on the dick of fucking YouTube ad money.
Right. Like, oh my
Well,
God.
gang for life, bro.
What type of friends do you
Should
have?
we put the camera down? No, let's go closer.
Keep
These
going,
are the type
bro.
of fucking people. And I can't. Like, I'm not gonna, like, it's not gonna fucking change the way I use the platform. I'm still gonna fucking use it just as I have in the past. It's just like titty streamers and shitty fucking 12-year-olds cussing and screaming at motherfuckers on Twitch. Like,
Right.
they're just gonna not fucking be in my history.
Yep.
Yeah, just don't associate.
It's like it's so easy. People think that because somebody exists on a platform, you have to deal with them. Like
Right.
you can never fucking cross paths with them. Yeah, you might see their emotes or some shit.
Or
What
they'll
the
come up
fuck
and
ever?
recommend it every fucking 10 minutes like YouTube does for fucking
Yeah,
the
and
Paul
I mean,
brothers.
see, that's the best thing about Twitch is that my experience on the platform is not restricted to what happens in my inbox and what happens on the front page. I've got the motherfuckers I follow. If they're live, they show in the following directory, and that's it.
I don't
people-
even use the fucking home. Shit.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
either.
all the links I have links for specific channels I mod, obviously this channel, and other channels I mod, and then that's it. I never ever just type twitch.tv.
Mm-mm.
Ever.
Nope. Me
There
too.
was chess on the front page today. I was watching chess for a little bit.
Was
It
it
was
actually
interesting.
chess, or
It
was
was
it
actually
the,
chess.
or
They were
was
actually
it the
going through
shit they were
certain plays and
doing?
everything.
They were doing this shit with the UFC fight the other night, where motherfuckers were rebroadcasting the UFC fight under the chest fucking subcategory. So you went on and you saw chess channels that had like 20,000 viewers and shit, and we're just like, what the fuck is going on? And you click on it, and a dude is literally just got like a fucking webcam on his TV.
I just saw in chat that H3H3 has Jake Paul emotes. It's fucking bro. It's H3H3 bro. It doesn't even piss me off. It's just fucking funny. That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the celebrities that H3 has had on
Yeah,
their podcast
know.
lately?
I listened to the Bob Saget episode. It
Bob
was
Saget
so-
is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
It
he
was
is.
so funny listening to that episode because the entire time he was like half-ass shitting on Ethan the entire time. He's like,
Yeah.
"You fuck bitches, right?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, yeah, kind of, I guess."
Yeah.
It was such a funny episode.
Did any of you guys watch the TV show Entourage?
I haven't.
Okay. Bob Saget was in season like 6 or 7, and he was this prostitute and cocaine loving whore who was just a dick, but loved the main character of the show and like really wanted to be friends with him. It's the funniest Bob Saget character. And I think that's just how he is in real life. I think he's a
If you
cocaine.
watch his stand-up, that's how he is.
Yep. Love Bob Saget. But yeah, they have Bobby Lee, Bob Saget, Deadmau5. Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson was actually on
Yep.
recently. They had some who's that crazy ass dentist that they had? There was I can't remember his fucking name. But they had
fucking Deadmau5 on, and they called him by the wrong name and closed the fucking podcast out, and called him George Zimmerman, like the guy.
Oh
who
yeah,
Trayvon Martin.
yeah. I remember seeing that live. I was
Like,
laughing
what
so
the
hard.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's when you know somebody else is booking guests for you. If you mess up the real fucking name.
I mean, I don't understand it unless you're like, I could understand like on Rogan's podcast because he's just smacked high all the fucking time.
Right.
Like shit happens, but like
Vape Nash.
there's not a whole lot of things you can be called at the end of the podcast.
Right. Should have
That's
just went with
gonna
that
piss
mouse.
me off more. Like if I was him, I'd probably change my name after that.
Yep.
Whatever.
Next question. If you had to choose brownies, cookies, cupcakes, or muffins?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Brownies?
Cupcakes and muffins that dissimilar.
Yeah. Muffins don't have frosting.
They could,
And
But then they'd be
cupcakes don't have
cupcakes.
to have-
but that's my point.
Oh my God, is a muffin a cupcake? Shit!
A muffin's
What
just
are we
a
doing
naked
with our life?
cupcake, man. It's an unfrosted Pop-Tart.
Oh God.
It's an unfrosted Pop-Tart.
Wheat
I don't
Thins?
know. I feel like muffins you could eat for every meal, more so than the other one. I'm going with muffins.
Yeah, I'm cookies, hands down. I feel like, yeah, like these three are desserts, and then muffins is like not.
It could be. I've
If
had
it had
some
frosting
really
on it?
fucking sweet muffins.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, blueberry muffin. That's what I'm talking about. Banana nut muffin.
I like the lemon poppy seed muffins. Those are my favorite.
I don't want to fucking fail a piss test.
I'm trying to get that opium in the morning, dog.
Trying to take that hit for breakfast.
My uncle failed a fucking drug test because he had a poppy seed bagel the day of his drug
That
test.
shit's fucking real, dude.
Yep.
I'm not about that life.
Yep, very real. He had to prove that he ate a fucking bagel. He had to like dig up the receipt to find it or some shit.
Oh,
It's
wow.
funny. Next question from Bitscopes as well. If you had the full round trip flight paid for, only the flight, where would you go?
I'd probably go to New Zealand.
I love Australia.
So you said Wales?
Yeah, that's where my family's from, and I haven't been there, and I really want to go.
That'd be cool. I just thought of the most expensive ticket I could think of.
That's probably
Yeah,
what
money.
it is.
New
Value
Zealand
right
is the
there.
opposite
Value.
side of the fucking world. If nothing else is getting paid for, I want to have a $5,000 fucking.
There's some badass castles in Wales, of what I've heard. I want to go to a castle.
You were consummated in a castle, weren't you?
I was knighted.
Wait, as sperm? You got knighted by a dick, didn't you? In the fucking womb. Or no, not in the womb.
On each shoulder.
Tokyo.
Oh, good choice. Speed.
I would say Italy, probably. 'Cause of the culture.
Italy? Where is this Italy?
Fuck you.
Do you eat there?
Fuck you.
You know, there are all sorts of snacks.
Look, you go to hell, okay?
Next, second to last question. This one comes from Paul. Are you looking forward to any games still coming in 2018?
I don't even know of any games coming now.
I literally, when I saw him post this, I looked up what's releasing this year. I can't find anything I'm excited about. Everything's coming out for PS4.
Every time we have a question regarding our favorite games of the year and or what are we excited for coming up, I have no fucking idea.
No.
Every time.
I'm more excited for some of the Nintendo Switch games coming out this year, and I don't even
Yes.
have a Nintendo Switch.
And that's okay. There we go. Fucking Smash Brothers. That's coming out for the
Sure.
Switch. That's what I'm hyped for.
Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection.
Yeah. I know there's one.
30th anniversary.
Okay,
Fuck
the only
me.
thing I will say I'm legit excited about is, and it's a PS4 game, so I can't play it unless I borrow someone's. But that Detroit Become Human game,
Yeah.
that looked really fucking cool.
There's also a like I can't remember. I think it was an Xbox game, but it was like a Blade Runner kind of esque platformer, or maybe it was like RTS camera. It was like 3D, but kind of like a camera angle was like down at an angle. I remember it coming out on E3. I think it was an Xbox title, but it was very retro, very Blade Runner. I can't remember a fucking detail
Was
about
it
that
the-
game.
Was it that one that kind of had like the really cool cartoony looking, not cartoony,
Yeah.
but like, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was like very like neon, like
Yeah,
neon
yeah.
Blade Runner esque digital art style, and that's about all I can remember of it. But I remember it coming out for E3 for Xbox. But I think because it was coming out for Xbox, it was also going to be available in the Microsoft Store for PC. But I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Any other entries?
Someone did mention Monster Hunter. I've been looking forward to that. I did forget about that.
I'm looking forward to trying that on PC as well.
Yeah, that's it. This year's not going to be too great for PC gaming. I don't think.
Yeah, I think we've gotten the most of the goodies already so far, and
I also feel like we're gonna be going through another fucking lull on PC gaming like we did 5-6 years ago.
a little drought.
Yeah, because nobody can afford to fucking build them themselves, and that's where a lot of the passion comes.
Yep.
So can't do
We'll
it.
probably get a few ports, and that'd be it.
Right. Like fucking big studios aren't gonna spend $200 million on developing GTA 6 right off the bat for PC when
They're gonna wait
nobody
and
will
make
be
us
able
buy
to
it
afford to
twice.
build a computer to fucking load it. It'll do the same. That's why they do the same thing.
I'm really trying to figure
I know.
out. Oh,
Same.
already got it. The last night on Xbox One. I'll post it. Oh, Gamma just fucking guessed it in chat. You son of a
Yeah.
bitch, Gamma. I posted a link in chat in case anybody wants to see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
the
game.
new
That game.
Red
did
Dead
look pretty fucking-
Redemption. Red Dead Redemption is coming out this year as well. Well, so far it's planned to
Maybe.
come out this year. Yeah.
That's
Probably
just
get
like that
delayed.
other fucking one, Death Stranding game. They don't know when the fuck that game's gonna be out. I don't even know what the fuck it's about.
And then a year later, it'll come out for PC.
Yep.
Right.
Make you buy it twice. It's the new.
Mm-hmm.
It's the new
Meta.
For. Yep.
See, what I'm gonna start doing, and this is contrary to what I've done in the past. Normally, I buy it on the fucking console, and then I buy it again. So what I'm gonna do now is, because now we've seen this so many times, is I'm just gonna watch a streamer play the whole fucking game, and then by the time they put it on PC, I won't remember shit.
Yep.
I won't remember that game 2 weeks later. So I'll just buy it for PC and not fucking spend $200.
There you go.
Because I did that with Far Cry 5. I watched somebody play the entire fucking game, start to finish.
Oh, as opposed to buying it for
Yeah,
console.
I might still play it, but it's like, this looks like, I don't know. I've become very cheap at my old age.
Fair.
I don't want to fucking spend. I don't have
Not a
the
bad
time
way to
to
live.
play anymore.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna pay $60, $70 for a fucking game, and I'm gonna have to play, only have to play really like 40 hours to get all the side missions, and everything. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Fair enough. Last question comes from Sarion. Why and how do we stop working for large companies? Fucking Gary Vaynerchuk your life, an entrepreneur it the fuck up.
But then you become a large company, and then you're working for a large company.
You're not working for shit if you're the fucking head of it.
Yeah, you're just collecting
Yes.
paychecks.
Especially if it's not a public company. I feel like that's the distinction that has to be made here. Private industry is still relatively fucking good when it comes to working for a company. It's not until you get into these public IPO, stock market fucking driven, investor driven, board driven companies where you start seeing this kind of crazy shit. So first thing is do something you fucking enjoy doing. Second thing is work for somebody who you actually fucking believe in.
Yep.
If something seems fishy, fucking leave.
Yep.
Go fishing.
Go fish, motherfucker. All righty. Well, that wraps up the Q&A and in turn also wraps up tonight's podcast. We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We had a blast. Real quick, before we end the show, we have one little announcement. Tonight's episode was actually SpeedDemon's last, at least for the near future. Speed's going to be taking a little bit of time off, and I just wanted to announce it on the show so that everybody was aware, and that so you all had an opportunity to post some love and summits in chat. So please do yourselves a favor and do Speed a favor. Post some love in chat. Give him some love.
Golf
You
clap.
got anything? Got anything to say, Speed? Last words.
Fuck all of you. Know.
That was the perfect Speed response.
No, I really enjoyed it. It's helped me. I guess you can say grow. I didn't talk in front of crowds of any sort. Even though, I mean, this is over the computer, and I'm just talking to you guys. So it was an experience, and I really enjoyed it.
And this isn't the last time you'll see him. You know, I still plan on having him on for guest spots in the future. And like I said, it's not a indefinite hiatus. But you know you're always welcome back, Speed,
Come
and
back and see us real soon.
yeah, it's been a pleasure having you on. Because I mean, the show's been going for fucking almost 2 years now. We're almost coming up on 2 years, and
What'd you say at the beginning? 53?
episode number?
Yeah.
58.
Yeah.
So
that's
bi-weekly,
pretty much 2
that's
years.
coming up. That's coming up there. So
That's 2 years.
Mhm.
good shit. Well, Speed, we love you, and I know this won't be the last time I see you. So until next time, motherfucker.
I'll bring my tea.
Yeah, tea and titties. All right, so what we're going to do real quick before we get out of here for one final time, we're going to go around the room, introduce you guys, or I should say extraduce you guys to the fellow hosts and guests of the show, give you their social media, what they got going on this upcoming week, and then we will sign off. So, Sam, we'll start with you.
Hi, I am SaltySam. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at @TheSaltySam and on Instagram at SaltyAllDay. And you can find me doing jack shit on the internet most of the time. But I did just pick one of these up the other day when they were on sale.
It's a
So
stream deck for the audio listeners. She
I-
showed a stream deck on camera.
I
I
mean,
might be playing around with some new shit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Software has come a long way in stream deck, so you will fucking love it.
I'm just going to use it to port fart noises into my mic for games.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
My name is SpeedDemon. You can find me on Twitter at SpeedDemon2533, and that's really it. I don't have any other social media. They kind of bugged me to get a Twitter, so
So disconnected.
good.
0 fucks.
I am MrFortyTwo, and I'm on Instagram and Twitch at MrFortyTwo. Also on Twitter at MrFortyTwoTV. Stream Monday and Thursdays on Twitch. And yeah, that's it.
My name is Knackers. You guys can find me on this very channel. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Knackers with 3 A's. And that is going to be it for this episode of Crocs and Hot Pockets. Thank you guys for stopping by, showing the love in chat, retweets on Twitter, and all that good shit. I have a lot of awesome podcasts lined up for you guys in the coming months. We've got some 1v1s. We've got some 1v1v1s. I've got some special events that involve some Q&As with other streamers. And I got some 1v1 scheduled with community managers and, Twitch influencers and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of good stuff coming up for you guys in the near future. So Crocs and Hot Pockets isn't going anywhere. That closes out tonight's episode. Again, thank you to everybody that stopped by and had some fun. We will see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 59 of Crocs and Hot Pockets. You all have a wonderful night. Good fucking bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Don't die.
Wow. What?
Where'd that come from?
Oh my God.
It's good. It's good advice.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,